pressure. Jalen Brunson's going to face a gauntlet in this series.
And for more on tonight's Game 1, let's swing it over and say good evening to Allie LaForce.
Well, Kevin, Reggie, and Stan, Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brunson were 3 months old and 3 years old the last time these two teams faced off in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now they're the captains of their respective ships, while completely different point guard styles. Their friendship and respect for one another is unmatched. Tyrese told me they grew close during the World Cup, and he has the most admiration for Brunson. He said the best advice he got was from our own Reggie Miller, though, when he was told, bring that physicality from the jump. We have to set the tone. We did it in the first 2 rounds. We like our chances, guys.
Allie, thank you. Starting lineups presented by Kia. And, Coach, give me a matchup you watch early tonight.
Well, everybody wants to watch the 2 point guards, Reggie, but they're not going to guard each other. Neesmith will guard Brunson. Bridges will guard Halliburton.
And I mentioned him in the open. Josh Hart, he does so much for this Knicks team in terms of scoring when it's needed, but more importantly, getting extra possessions on the glass.
Indiana will control the officials tonight. Crew chief Zach Zarba, referee Ben Taylor, umpire Mitchell Irvin. And it's Nembhard on top with a 3. And this team has been shooting lights out in these playoffs.
And watch how they pick up. They have 2 players on Brunson right now.
Full court pressure all the time, Coach.
All the time. It will be 48 minutes for 7 games if it takes that long.
Well, they have the depth to do it.
Oh, what a pass inside. Bridges came on top. Hart fed him well.
Well, look, Reggie said it. Josh Hart does a little bit of everything for this team. He's a triple-double type of guy, Reggie.
Ronald's Turner on top. Blocking shots, taking threes. Halliburton off to Turner. This is over Towns, who closes, and 2 quick ones for Indiana.
You're going to see a lot of those in Halliburton. And if Towns is going to extend himself, Turner's going to get wide open looks.
Pacers were in the Eastern Conference Finals last season against Boston and losing. The Knicks haven't been here in 25 years. Brunson will wheel in and fade away.
He loves that step back going to his right hand, gets his left shoulder into you, creates space, steps back and knocks it down.
It's Siakam, the 3-time All-Star. It's Neesmith. This is over Anunoby. And what a start for Indiana, 3 of 3.
Well, there was a lot of talk about would the Pacers be a little rusty after that long layoff after that Cleveland series. Good start for Rick Carlisle.
You're right, they've been off 8 days, and the Knicks, Stan, have been off 4 days since they beat Boston.
Yeah, should be in a little bit better rhythm, but you never know.
Oh, Towns 3.
And that's a good sign because he struggled from 3 in the Boston series.
He was only 3 of 19. He was good in 3-point shooting in the first round against the Detroit Pistons. Halliburton knifing his way inside. Got it.
Well, the Knicks had a little confusion
exactly.
there.
Miscommunication.
Was going to show or switch. They did neither, and Halliburton able to get to the rim.
They're trying to keep Brunson off of Halliburton and vice versa.
It's a 3. Brunson can't get it. Offensive rebound, Towns. Second chance points, huge for the Knicks. Bridges can't go. Halliburton's got it.
A lot of times, the Knicks' best offense has been a missed shot because of that offensive rebounding.
It's Turner, and a 20-footer is down and perfect shooting all the way around.
And Towns in the paint, not knowing where Miles Turner is.
Well, the analytics guys are not loving this, though. Turner's already made 2 mid-range jumpers, Reg.
Hart bobbles it, drives, gets it to go. It's a 4 of 6 start for New York. And from the floor, 5 of 5 for Indiana.
Listen, last year's series, Kevin, was an offensive series. Neither team could stop each other. And it looks like that's where we are now.
Aaron Neesmith shooting 48% from 3 in these playoffs.
Towns aggressively inside. Halliburton's got it. Released by Siakam. Galloping the other way. And now the start. With all 5 Indiana players having scored, they've begun 7 of 7 from the floor.
How about that touch pass assist there from Halliburton finding Siakam?
You're more positive than I am, Reg. I'm thinking, how about a lack of defensive balance and just letting them run out for a layup? Can't afford that in this game.
Towns around Turner.
Towns has had a great season versus Indiana during the regular season, and he's absolutely owned them in the points in the paint.
Regular season, he averaged 30 points, you're right. Another hit and flawless play, shooting by the Indiana Pacers. 8 of 8 on their start in a 7-point lead.
Towns is just getting lost. Halliburton's just coming off, and he's dropping so much. I mean, these are wide open looks for Turner.
Yeah, there's nobody within 6 feet of him.
Down goes the defense. Turner got the miss. Halliburton with the ball, leading the playoffs in assists. The Olympian, the All-Star, with a couple game-winning shots in the first 2 rounds. Driving hard, Neesmith inside. Towns was right there. That's the first whistle of our game right there, almost 5 minutes into the game.
Well, you're not going to see a lot of whistles when both teams are shooting well over 60%.
And quite honestly, nobody's gotten close enough to anybody to foul them defensively.
Towns picked up number 1. Getting him going early is huge for the Knicks.
Well, it is, but the foul trouble we know could be a problem. He leads the playoffs in fouls at over 4 a game.
It's a turnover for Indiana. Towns open, another 3, got it!
And Reg, I want to know a deal tonight to leave each other open and let them shoot.
Well, right now, the big bigs are carrying them offensively. Towns, 2 of 2 from deep for the Knicks.
Caitlin Clark from the logo.
You know, life would be easier if I could do everything from the logo. Allow me. Diminish. P-E-Z-O-L.
Bottom row.
From the logo. State Farm with the assist.
When I switch to T-Mobile, you'll give me an iPhone 16 Pro, help pay off my old phone, and I still get to keep it?
That's right. No trade-in.
No!
Yes! It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile, get a new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your old phone up to $800.
Dad, I can't kill dragons.
But you will.
Our parents' war is about to become ours. What are you gonna do about it?
Probably something stupid.
They've killed hundreds of us.
And we've killed thousands of them!
There's something else on their island. You don't know what you're up against.
How to Train Your Dragon. Rated PG. In theaters June 13th. Get tickets now.
Excuse me. Play you for those ultras?
Well, we're kind of high level.
Fascinating.
Ice cold.
I'm gonna miss you, sweetie.
Well, this is it.
Yeah. I want to miss you so much.
Oh. Just got an online offer from CarMax to sell this mom van. This is the greatest day of my life. I mean, this is the saddest day of my life. It's so hard to walk away. It was really, really hard, but it was too strong.
Instant online offers. CarMax.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, now serves up the all-new Big QP for just $10.99. And that's 85% more beef than some quarter-pound burger. Yeah, hey, fast food, this is how you value meal. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Propel Fitness Water. With Gatorade electrolytes, 0 sugar, and vitamins, Propel hydrates better than water to help you get the most out of your workout and get back to your best self. What propels you? Propel with Gatorade electrolytes.
Only the ServiceNow platform connects every corner of your business, putting AI agents to work for people.
Like secret agents?
No, more like autonomous minions that you control.
To do what?
Well, Jim's agents resolve simple customer issues, and Patty's agents flag network problems.
Proactively.
Yep.
I'm loving my agents. Wait, do you all have agents?
Oh, yeah. And on the ServiceNow platform, everyone's agents work together, so everything works better.
Could I have agents?
Maybe.
Ken NY here with Chuck NY. In Queens. No, we're in Manhattan. Wait, Don't forget to download the FanDuel Sports app. It's the best place for live betting and same-game parlays, and it pays out what? Instantly. Okay, who wins the game tonight? The Indiana Pacers. Oh, what an upset. I don't know about that one, Chuck.
5 minutes gone, first quarter. Indiana has started 8 of 8. The Knicks have started 6 of 10. Wheeling inside, Halliburton to Turner, right inside and over Towns.
Wow, when you get Halliburton turning the corner against drop coverage, he's going to make the right play every time. It's why he led the league in assist-to-turnover ratio.
Number 1 assist team in the playoffs. Brunson bullies his way in for 2.
Boy, the size advantage that Neesmith has over Brunson, and Brunson just moved him like he wasn't even there on that dribble penetration.
Yeah, but let's see how it goes the whole game, because he had to work really hard. If he has to continue to do that, Reg, could be a long night.
Nembhard misses the 3.
You hear the Knicks faithful right now cheering because that's the first Pacer miss.
It's Brunson carving his way inside.
And watch Brunson. He has the best footwork probably of any guard in our game.
Little teardrop will go right there for Halliburton.
Well, Brunson last time got the matchup he would rather have, which is Nembhard, who's actually also a very, very good defender, Reg, but not as big as Neesmith.
Well, Brunson's going to see about 5 guys in this series. Mathurin off the bench. Siakam will see sometime.
Towns, the cutting Bridges. This is over Siakam. The shooting is off the charts. 91% shooting Indiana, and the Knicks at 70%.
Well, this favors New York. You know, if they can continue just to stay close and can continue to shoot the ball like that. Here's a little switch action, and Siakam gets the smaller heart on him and draws the foul.
Foul called on New York, 5:17 first quarter. Taking a look at our 3 for Me spotlight, presented by Chili's.
Yeah, look, 3 big things. Reggie talked about it in the open. Pace, rebounding where the Knicks should have an advantage if they can get Indiana to miss a shot, and pressure defense of Indiana, which is
Obi Toppin, Benedict Mathurin getting ready to check in. Rick Carlisle told us before the game, look, I'm going to get a lot of players in early. We kind of taste what this atmosphere here in the Garden is going to be about, because it's all about, equate this to like a prize fight. If you're the Pacers, you want to jab, jab, jab. You have the depth. You play 9 deep. The longer the series go, your depth becomes a factor for you. The Knicks, they're like Tyson. They want an overhand right. They're playing 6 or 7 guys, and they're always looking to knock you out.
Mathurin has come in for Neesmith. Hart picked up the foul. Here he's guarded by Mathurin. They got Mitchell Robinson in for the first time for the Knicks for Towns. It's Bridges from 15. Offensive rebound, up and off. And a foul as Robinson was trying to collect it inside.
Well, it didn't take Robinson long to make an impact on the offensive glass. This guy's been the best offensive rebounder in the playoffs, and he comes right in and gets the very first miss. Now's the challenge for him.
What is
the free throw line?
And what's amazing about him, Stan and Reg, when he's on the floor, New York gets 39% of their missed shots in the playoffs. That's an unthinkable number. I mean, going back to the 90s, that hasn't happened with one guy in the postseason.
And this is something that he's going to have to continue, what we saw in the last 2 games of that Boston series when he was great from the free throw line. You wonder if Carlisle and the Pacers are going to do the Hack-a-Mitch during this series. Why slow the game down and allow those 6 or 7 guys to get breathers?
Well, what do you think of that, Stan?
No, I think Reggie's exactly right. I do not think we'll see Rick Carlisle do it a lot, because they want the pace of the game up. And again, you said it with your boxing analogy, Reggie. They're playing the long game here. They want to wear on the Knicks, and you can't do that if you slow the tempo.
Obi Toppin is in. Miles Turner picked up his first foul. There goes Halliburton. He's looking for Turner. By the way, you'll find a lot of analogies to boxing from Reg throughout these. Here's a 3 from Turner. Got it! And he has been been shooting lights out from three among all the three-point shooting in the playoffs, number 15 in the league.
Yeah, the good thing is, though, is where he struggled until tonight has been on the road.
Cutting hard, Bridges.
This is not exactly a defensive struggle, guys.
Yeah, who decides to put 2 feet down and stop someone is going to have the advantage. I think Robinson got a finger on that. That was a block shot.
Right. You're exactly right. His block shots, his rim protection, his offensive rebounding off the charts. Deuce McBride is coming for the Knicks. A quick twitch move. Works down low on Halliburton. Rebound, another one. Mitchell Robinson hit the deck, and down he goes. Another Indiana Pacer foul.
What a luxury if you're Coach Thibodeau. To have a player like Mitchell Robinson.
He's relentless on the glass.
I mean, look at this. He just moves top and out of the way. There's the size and gets a hand on it.
Nembhard picked up his first foul.
And he understands, too, once he gets the offensive rebound, it's not about going back up. Sometimes it's getting it back out to get a better possession to his shooters and scorers.
Absolutely, because if he goes back up, he's probably going to get fouled.
A turnover, and Bridges threw it away.
That's New York's first turnover of the night. Indiana only has one.
Tom Thibodeau, the coach of the Knicks, in his 5th year, first conference finals since 2011 when he was the head coach of the Chicago Bulls. Under 4 to go in the first. Nembhard finds a fence inside, good feed, and up and down it goes. Thomas Bryant off the bench, first time he touched the ball.
Coach, look at the speed that Andrew Nembhard plays with. It's like you can never speed him up. When he gets into the paint, he always makes the correct play.
Well, and he's one of the guys in this league who only a couple of years into his playoff career has been better in the postseason than he has been in the regular season.
Toppin with the rebound. Halliburton the other way for Indiana. Shooting 86%, 12 of 14. The jab, the drive, plunging into the paint. Outside, Toppin three. It ricochets out of bounds and a timeout. 2:57 to go in the first with the Pacers up by 7. Their biggest lead. Knicks have never led. Nembhard inside with the pass, and Bryant with the reception. Good passing by Indiana.
Instantly, DraftKings, these offers got me hyped for the playoffs. On the outside, I'm cool. But on the inside, I'm like...
New DraftKings customers turn $5 into $300 if your bet wins. Paid instantly in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
Ooh.
Every day, the Fed prints an average of $465 million. That's 26,000 shipping containers a year, created out of thin air. Maybe that's why the dollar loses value over time. But there's one thing they can never print more of: Bitcoin. At the size of a quarter, this is all there will ever be. Shouldn't a store of value hold its value?
Challenges are our greatest opportunities. When we take them on, we make our most extraordinary dreams real. Introducing the most capable Honda we've ever dreamt of. The all-new Passport Trail Sport. Built from limitless determination.
Anyway, safe drivers save money with Snapshots since they're not stuck paying for bad drivers' mistakes.
Hang on, I love this part. Have you seen the dancing parakeet? Oh, I'll send it to you.
Janice, green light, let's go. Janice.
It's so funny. And the light's red.
Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes give you extravagant options, including the decadent Cantina Chicken Burrito. For less, choose your Lux Cravings box, only at Taco Bell.
What's a good soapbox if it's not a little sketchy?
No plan, just throwing stuff around. The passion is there, but some of the technical elements of it,
any price. It's the Red Bull Soapbox Race, baby. Hosted by us. I'm Mike Bagley. I'm Dylan Hart Jr. It's going to be a wild ride.
Red Bull Soapbox Race. New Tuesdays at 10. See it first on Discovery and stream next day on Max.
Magic is real. It is our job to keep it locked down. We offer you a life of mystery and adventure. And shopping. And most importantly, a chance to save the world.
Piece of cake.
I like your attitude.
Hold on to something!
The Librarians 2-night premiere event starts Sunday after playoffs coverage on TNT. Set your DVR now.
Tonight from Madison Square Garden, the NBA on TNT, brought to you by the Kia Telluride X-Line Kia, the official automotive partner of the NBA. And by AT&T, connecting changes everything. Stan, what was this little story were you telling me about Reggie Miller against Allen Houston and the battles they had in the playoffs?
Well, you know what? I'd ask my brother for his recollection of the 99 and 2000 Reg conference finals, and I asked him what the difference was, and he said in 2000 Reggie Miller was a lot better defensively on Allen Houston. For all those guys who think that you're just a one-way player, Reg.
Well, I will say Allen got the best of me in 99, and I had to come back a little bit better for us to advance to our first NBA Finals.
T.J. McConnell just picked up his first personal foul.
And already the third primary defender on Brunson. Neesmith started, then Nimhard, now T.J. McConnell.
With a switch. And now McConnell back on Brunson, who fires. Robinson tries to rip it away, and he does. In the corner, McBride.
Again, the Mitchell-Robinson effect. Offensive rebound, wide open three for Deuce.
It's McConnell, and there was Robinson's with the defense. Hard drive, Toppin, scooping it home. The former Knick draft choice, who was traded to Indiana, makes it go.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're playing with Mitchell Robinson. All you got to do is get a shot up on the rim, Reg. There's no pressure on you to make it, because he's going to get it back.
Hart, three.
How good has he been shooting that three ball in the playoffs? Yeah. Only 29% during the regular season.
Yeah, 42% coming in.
Indiana, 13 of 16. 3 threes. McConnell, Toppin, inside, he'll operate. Kicking. Bryant, triple. And Brunson has it. The Knicks are 12 of 20 shooting. Bridges. What pace to this game? It's McConnell gashing the lane, taking it across with a whistle and a foul.
Push down low
by Brunson, who picks up the foul. It is the first on Brunson.
Look at all the yellow jerseys in the paint. Nice dish there from Brunson. This was a little step back. His shooting.
It's T.J. McConnell leading the playoffs off the bench in assists. Undrafted player from Arizona. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app tonight. Siakam will check back in. Make every playoff moment more on America's #1 sportsbook. So we have an Indiana team which goes deep on the bench, Stan. We have a New York team which basically circles 7 players. And
there's no question about that. Tom Thibodeau is going to pay his guys big minutes. Not a single starter plays less than 35 minutes a game. For Indiana, not a single starter plays over 34 minutes a game.
Already 9 players in gold for the Pacers. It's been on the floor.
Robinson from Brunson. Both ends of the floor.
Oh, he sure is. He's done it quickly.
Toppin. Have possession. Hart will grab it. Nice feed. Cutting Brunson. Now at the doorstep. And hit awkwardly the bottom of the rim. And the basket, the standard.
That was a tough shot.
Look at, he's holding his neck.
Almost like a whiplash. Here's that alley-oop from Brunson to Robinson. Remember now, the Pacers, they do not like the trap. They like to get over on those pick and rolls. And here's Brunson right here.
A chance of MVP for Brunson. Other all-star performance and appearance for him. Brunson, whose dad is... Last time that the Knicks were in the Eastern Conference Finals 25 years ago, and Allie was telling us at the top of the broadcast how Brunson was just a couple years of age. His dad, now an assistant, played for the Knicks on that team.
Absolutely. My brother was coaching him. My brother loved Rick Brunson.
Was he coachable? Because his antics over there as an assistant coach, I want to know how he was as a player under your brother.
And Allie, there's a picture of the young Brunson.
That's right. We did some digging, and the social media team was able to find this one for me. That was right on the court here at MSG, somewhere between 1999 and 2000. The Eastern Conference Finals, and Brunson's father was on that team, but he...
Pace, and then when TJ McConnell comes in, it gets faster.
And that was a 2-for-1 opportunity there for Indiana.
Final half minute, first quarter. Shooting has been terrific. Brunson will chip his way and drive and thrust.
Well, look, if you're going to continue to get over like McConnell is doing, you've got to have a little bit of...
That boy can't...
Too much. We just saw that alley-oop to Robinson.
Well, and that's what Thomas Bryant remembered, and so this time he tried to recover sooner.
Knicks by one. Turnover, and Anunoby was in. Here comes Brunson. He's had 6 30-point games in these playoffs. Fourth quarter is where he is starred. Working on Siakam. Now to Hart.
We are seeing some unbelievable on both sides. When you get to the conference finals, it's a hard foul. You've got to make them earn it from the free throw.
One, Hart will be at the line. I saw a quote by Walt Frazier, and if anybody knows basketball, it's certainly the longtime Knick as a player and as a broadcaster. He said after Game 6, Stan, and that win over Boston, he is the heart of the team. Would you?
A lot of things for this team. Both boards, passes the ball, and one of the great attack and finish guys in the league.
He had a career year in rebounding, assists, and steals. Against Boston, averaged 14. Against Detroit, averaged 12. Hart tonight has got 5.
Boy, Robinson is just throwing everyone around.
They're like rag dolls out there. It's physical. The first quarter has come to a close. They've got a clock with 12.
Yeah, they're going to put
1.2 on the clock. Yes. As it stands now, New York has ended this first quarter on a 14-5 run. Full court pressure by the Knicks. McConnell, and the shot, good if it goes. Neesmith let it fly. A 14-5 run for the Knicks to close the first.
And they say the eyes tell everything. Look at the eyes here of TJ McConnell going coast to coast here for the wide open layup. The 2025 NBA playoffs are presented by Google.
Travel. It's gone from being an adventure to a checklist. But the world is still full of wonder. You just need a better way to find it. Introducing Airbnb Experiences. Master ramen with an award-winning chef. Dive into underground jazz with a renowned bassist. Or see Notre Dame with her. She helped restore it, by the way. Don't just see a place. Experience it.
Safe Flight Repair.
Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot, Dad. Safelite Replace.
But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Go to safelight.com and we can come to you.
Sick.
Our highly trained techs can replace your windshield where you are, even if that's right in your driveway.
Have a good day. I love you.
Safelight makes it easy. Go to safelight.com and schedule a replacement today.
Safelite Repair. Safelite Replace. Woo!
Can I come in?
Sure, yeah, come on.
Don't worry. DashPass saves you money on DoorDash, so you can skip the trip to the grocery store and stay right where you need to be. DashPass by DoorDash. Your door to more savings.
Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. What's in your wallet?
Heck of a way to kick off NASCAR on Prime. The Coke 600. It's red, white, and blue. Never won by you. Creature's got to keep gassing the tank. NASCAR! It's on Prime! Come on!
Stream the Coca-Cola 600. It's on Prime.
This is the best Chipotle order.
I would like a bowl.
Triple wrap.
Mild, medium, hot.
Then dip it in here.
Sour cream inside the vinaigrette.
2 tortillas. If you know, you know.
Lettuce, cheese, waffle.
Yes.
Oh, that is good.
Touches of black. They say a lot without having to say much. They stand for elegance, refinement, and prestige. Even a little can go a long way. And though they're darker than the darkest night, they make you see everything in a new light. The Kia X-Line Nightfall Collection.
Kia, movement that inspires.
It can't be for nothing. We finished what we started.
Unforgettable. The world's most famous arena brings out the best of them. Dave Chappelle, our boss David Zasloff, Larry David. How about Ben Stiller? Ham, Madman, that's Kevin Harlan's favorite show. Tracy Morgan. How about Ali LaForce had a chance to speak with
Miles, you started red hot, hitting all 5 of your first 5 field goal attempts, despite the impact of Madison Square Garden. How did you drown out the noise and be there for your team to start?
Offense is one thing, but defense got to be better, man. Get guys off the glass. We got to make sure, making it hard on Brunson and sticking on our game plan.
You knew the physicality would be huge. You're best version of yourself.
It's fun, man. It's putting everything together. It's a whole entirety of the game. So we'll go out here, stick to our principles, and make it happen.
Thanks, Miles. Appreciate you.
We're just into the second quarter. Allie, thank you very much. 2 points. Cameron Payne just picked up his first time in the game. It's Mathurin. Did not play in the playoffs last year against this team with a shoulder injury. Saved by Turner offensive board. Here comes Siakam and cutting Mathurin off the baseline.
That was the Pacers' first offensive rebound, but they shot 70%, so they didn't get a lot of opportunities.
Well, I will say this, the play previous to that Mathurin shot, that was the first, in my opinion, bad shot by a Pacer in this game. But they got the offensive rebound, and there you see Mathurin with the contact and the chance of a three-point play. If you're the Pacers, if you can get a quality look every trip down, then you're going to be in this ball game. You can't take bad shots because the Knicks will make you pay.
Payne picked up his second personal foul. He's got the ball now. Bridges out there. McBride, Robinson, Anunoby with the ball. Sets. It's a three.
And he has really improved his three-point shooting. A year ago, he probably wouldn't have even thought about attempting a move, step-back three like that.
McConnell goes hard at Payne. Finds a gap in.
Obviously struggling defensively right now.
There's fouls already. In the corner, another three. Anunoby can't hit. Here comes T.J. McConnell. Invaluable off the bench, made a fake and goes right to the hole.
T.J. McConnell has put it in print in this ball game. We talk about this team plays 9 deep. He is the head of the snake in that second unit.
His way inside. Bridges with a nice move and already. McConnell knocked away inside. Bridges with the long reach. McCall knocks it away. Payne in the corner. Anunoby. And Siakam has got him. The other way. Relentless speed. Here comes Siakam. Scooping it home.
They make you pay. You turn the basketball over versus the Pacers. We talked about them. They want to make this a track meet. Siakam, again, he comes up with the steal against his former teammate in OG Anunoby. And then it's McConnell, the #1 assist player off the bench.
What I want, or my pistol. Talk for me.
I don't know anything.
Caught stealing. Watch the trailer online.
Big news! All-you-can-eat wings and fries is back at Buffalo Wild Wings with boneless and traditional wings. And I'm gonna eat loads of them. Truckloads of traditionals, boatloads of boneless, truckloads of both because it's all you can eat and I don't have to stop.
At AT&T, we confidently guarantee our network. Staying close with your college besties, not guaranteed.
I wish we played together forever. Hey, Dante. Catch.
A connection means something. That's why with AT&T, we'll proactively make it right with a credit for a full day of service if there is a network interruption. That's the AT&T guarantee.
I'm the voice inside your head. And while you're typically athletic, right now, you're pathetic. Rick. And once you start listening to me, it's gonna be hard to stop. Shank. And if you don't have the right auto coverage, the cost of this could hit you out of nowhere. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me.
Grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
What did you get me into?
Welcome to Narnia.
Buckle your seatbelt.
Caught stealing. Watch the trailer online.
Spain, where tradition meets the future. With delicious food from the best chefs the country has to offer. Explore the unexpected. Eva Longoria, Searching for Spain, returns June 1st on CNN.
Rock the Block's final showdown.
I can't believe this is it.
With the competition this close,
We're tied 3-3.
We might have to start worrying.
it's anyone's game to win.
Oh my gosh.
Rock the Block season finale, Monday night at 9 on HGTV.
Are y'all gonna follow us around all year? This is our last go-around. You're not putting this on tape, are you?
Camera on my face. There's been a lot of questions, a lot of wondering by everybody in the building.
Have a great show, gentlemen.
The forever show. People would miss it.
Yeah.
I cannot believe this is over.
They don't trade me. They should trade me to the food channel.
Going Inside, presented by American Express, following Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals on TNT.
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden, the Eastern Conference Finals on TNT, presented by AT&T. The upcoming national TV schedule tomorrow, ESPN Western Conference Finals. In Oklahoma City, it's the Thunder hosting the Timberwolves, 1-zip OKC, and Friday on TNT. It's Game 2 right back here at the Garden. The Pacers and the Knicks, 8 o'clock Eastern. For more on these games, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Indiana leads by 2. They've led by 7. Knicks have had a 2-point lead. Bridges on top. Picked up by Neesmith. Down low they go. A Knick turnover, and Indiana will take it the other way, and they run on made shots, on missed shots, and on quick inbounds.
Absolutely. They are always looking to push pace.
Nice pass. Cutting Mathurin inside. Contorts with a foul.
Already 14-5 advantage in terms of bench points for the Pacers. That's no surprise here. Again, we talked about their depth. Here's the back cut by Mathurin. How about the hang time here? sending Mathurin back to...
Sure where the foul was, Reg.
You've got the depth of this team, and they go 2, 5, 7 men into their lineup. That can make a difference with this relentless full court pressure and the speed on offense.
Well, that's how they want to play. I don't think you could play, Reggie, that kind of full court pressure and push the pace like that with a shorter rotation.
Great minutes by Robinson. Towns back on the floor. Again, his energy, offensive rebounding was fantastic. Now Towns gets that long rest. Again, this Knicks team is only going to play 7-8 deep.
2 of 2 from the line. Anunoby picked up the foul.
Look at the pressure here.
Here comes Cameron Payne, had that gigantic Game 1 first round. Magnificent as they rattled off a 21-0 run to beat Detroit Game 1. Here comes the drive by Bridges. Shot clock at 6. It's a 3 in the corner. Payne can hit. Out of bounds it goes. Off New York, Indiana's ball.
Payne has not made a 3 since Game 1 of the Detroit series.
Why you call him out like that, Coach? Don't you think he knows that?
He does know that, but our viewers may not.
McConnell lurching his way to the baseline. Towns with the rebound. Payne, quick outlet. McBride will drive. And they swing it around. Payne with a 3. There they go, Stan.
See, he heard you and took offense to it.
Announcer jinx right there.
He's had only 10 points total over the last 10 games. But he gets that 3 to go. Anunoby hard charging in the paint. Flies. Got it with a whistle. Out of bounds. Off Indiana. Shot clock at 18.
Transition 3 here for Coach Van Gundy's favorite player, Cameron Payne. He's like, keep my name out your mouth, Stan.
Anything I can do to help motivate, Regs.
Towns is at a 3, driving here hard into the defense and got it. Hitting the deck, and Turner could not stop him. McConnell inside, Turner the catch with his size. Picked up by Payne, and he's off to the races for the Knicks.
That's the first miss by Turner.
Hard to the hole. As they fight for it out of bounds off Indiana. With 4 minutes gone in the second quarter.
And guys, we saw a lot of these drives by Cat in that Boston series with that big body, that big frame, being able, could have gotten away with an offensive foul, but nonetheless not called. Cat off to a good start in double figures with 10.
Rise and fire, Anunoby. How about the tip in? Parachuting in to tip it through. Bridges now with 12. Timeout, Indiana. Little more than 4 minutes gone in the second quarter.
Well, this is an area where Rick Carlisle was concerned. The Knicks' offensive rebounding making an impact.
At my last job... Let me practice that one again.
When you're ready, tell me about the job that taught you the most.
Okay. It was a role where I worked long hours with a small team. I did a lot of multitasking and negotiating.
One more book. This job description you shared also mentions collaboration.
Right. I'm at my best when I'm collaborating. I don't always have all the answers, but I get the job done, no matter how long it takes.
All right, last question. When it comes to work, what motivates you?
I guess knowing that people can depend on me, and knowing I can depend on them too.
That's a great answer. Sounds like you're ready.
Hey, James. Thanks for joining us.
It's good to see you all. Been looking forward to talking.
You're him. How do I start doing what you do?
Looks like you already have.
Rated R. Applebee's All You Can Eat is back, featuring the chicken tenders you've always loved. Plus double crunch shrimp and riblets, all all served unlimited for just $15.99. Only at Applebee's.
I'm just the driver.
Work with me to build a case against Saxton.
Can anyone's best match Florida's best?
We love to win. That's why we're here.
Across for Greer. He scores!
It's going to be hard. It's going to go back and forth.
Game 2 Eastern Conference Final.
Panthers Hurricanes tomorrow at 7 on TNT.
Home of the Stanley Cup Final.
I really hate dying. I'm scared of permanent deletion. They just printed me out again every time I die.
He's an expendable. He signed up for this.
We need to get used to dying.
Mickey can't save us.
One false move and you're man burger.
He's a nut job.
Mickey 17, rated R, streaming May 23rd, exclusively.
MLB Tuesday on TBS and Max.
This is about to be turned up to another level.
I'm on the way like a road trip. On my way to the top, no, I won't slip.
Swing and a miss, he got him. Oh, what a...
We on the way.
Curtis Granderson, Jimmy Rollins, and the Hall of Famer, Pedro Martinez.
This is up and gone. Made for the moment.
TBS Tuesday on the way. Let's go.
Blustery night here in New York and the NBA on TNT tonight. Brought to you by Google, proud sponsor of the NBA. And by Ballerina in theaters June 6th. 7-0 New York Knicks run. Don't miss a playoff moment with the NBA app. Get the latest score. Scenes access to all the drama. Download the NBA app today, powered by Microsoft. Toppin is back in. And Turner is free from 3. Another rebound by Towns.
The cleanest look Turner has had.
Yep.
He missed it.
Bridges nudging his way into the defense of Nembhard, picked up by Toppin. Halliburton in. And he'll survey. The trailing Bridges, here's a 3. With Nembhard, who played at Gonzaga, pickpocketed. Here comes Anunoby. Hold on to your hats. Toppin. Quick passing, crisp and inside. Turner will spin and get fouled.
I think OG got caught in, should I dunk it or just go for a regular layup, and blew a tire right here.
Yeah, he just...
I mean, that's a missed opportunity there for the Knicks. But back-to-back turnover possessions for the Pacers. And we talked about possessions were going to be key in this series.
In this game, which is how you have the lead despite your opponent shooting 62%.
Anunoby picked up. Said this earlier, possessions in these playoffs, the Knicks number 2 in total possessions this postseason.
Well, look, I mean, it's going to be very, very important. You hear NBA coaches talk about it more and more and more. Kenny Atkinson referred to one player this year as a possession getter, a guy who gets steals and offensive rebounds.
Those extra possessions are coming from those offensive rebounds by Robin.
On this floor, my goodness, what a turn of a... Halliburton sideswiped, got free. Towns collects the ball. Then Nathan will come up with it and hit the deck. And Hart grabs onto the ball for the Knicks. 10-1 New York run. Payne 3. Rebound taken by Miles Turner. Toppin cutting open lane. Oh, and he misses the breakaway jam. Hart. Towns. Payne. Carl and 3. Timeout, Indiana.
to the NBA Finals.
Showtime.
That's what you San Antonio is back.
That's why, darling, it's that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Just after my 21st birthday, after almost 4 years of treatments, I was finally cancer-free. My mom's like, where do you want to go to celebrate? I'm like, let's go somewhere tropical. And then Pilot hopped in the intercom and started talking about me, and I was like, what is going on here?
My wife beat cancer too, and I wanted to celebrate his special. Some donuts. We all signed a card.
Cancer may have started the fight, but you definitely finished it. I was smiling ear to ear. Best flight ever for sure.
That's how good leads the way.
Well, it's a 13-1 New York run. Toppin misses the dunk, and like it usually happens when you miss a dunk or a layup, the ball goes the other way in transition. Towns, a tough corner three. Getting those feet organized on the move, Reggie, is not easy, especially for a guy Towns' size, and he knocks that one down. He's got 13 points already, and he's 3 for 3 from 3.
In this second quarter, very uncharacteristics of the Pacers. Turnovers, wide open missed dunks, and the Knicks feeding off of it.
And the Indiana Pacers have not hit one from the field in over 4 minutes. Halliburton triple. Short, missed it all. May have been deflected. It's picked up by Hart. Ahead to Payne. Getting good minutes from him. It's another three. And it's a rebound tip in by Bridges. And controlled by Indiana. Tyrese Halliburton on the gallop. Neesmith, the lane to the hole.
This kind of rest when he's only got one foul in the game.
Payne just picked up his third, Reg.
And you can make the same for Karl Anthony Towns, too. He had a long rest because of Mitchell Robinson producing on the floor. Same with Cam Payne doing the same for Jalen Brunson.
Well, and we talk so much about the Pacer bench, but right now, give the edge in terms of plus minus to the Knicks bench.
It's Neesmith at the line in these playoffs, 87. NBA prizes at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. It's courtesy of Michelob Ultra Zero. Zero alcohol, 29 calories. Try it today.
16-11 in terms of bench points. To your point, Coach, for the Pacers, but you're right. You can only be -5 versus this bench. You'll take it.
Well, and if you look at the plus minus, every New York bench player is in the positive. There's in the negatives.
Brunson aside. Toss to McBride, out of bounds. Turnover Knicks. That's the 4th turnover for New York. And here comes Aaron Neesmith. They needed that triple.
Well, and Kevin, you made this point earlier. That's off a dead ball turnover. See, getting back. Neesmith gets a wide open three. You cannot relax against the Indiana Pacers.
Driving hard. We'll take it and get fouled as it was going right down the lane with the Knicks on top by 3.
It's a dead ball right here, guys. One pass in and ahead. New York just lazily getting back, doesn't get their defense set. You can't do that against Indiana.
You just saw our AT&T connected cam. Neesmith picked up his first. Here comes Miles McBride to the free throw line, who had a career year in points, assists, and steals.
Boston series off the bench. Making big-time threes. His
Reggie,
energy.
He shot 51% from the floor. He shot 50% from 3. Hit his free throws. You're right. Terrific. 2-2 right there. 5-point lead for the Knicks. They've led by 8. New York from the line, 4 of 8. Indiana, 9 of 11. Shot clock at 9. It's Siakam. Here's the rebound. Here comes Brunson. Cross court. Hart drives hard to the hole. He'll go into Bridges. Knocked away. Bridges with great defense inside that long reach there.
That's 2 blocks for Bridges.
McBride, 3. Rebound by Toppin.
His pace is relentless, Reggie.
It's Nembhard inside. Bumped as he fired. Foul called on New York. In a 7-point New York game.
Turns down the 3. And gets all contact there from Neesmith. No call, but the concentration to get it.
Foul trouble, always something you have to be wary of, especially with your stars.
9 of 12 from the free throw line for the Pacers in this first half.
There goes Toppin. Here comes Turner. The Indiana Pacers are the number 2 scoring team in the playoffs and the number 1 shooting team in these playoffs. They got from 3-point territory 4 players shooting better than 40% in the first 2 rounds going into tonight. 1 and 2 at the line right there.
Well, the interesting thing is Halliburton, Nembhard, and Neesmith have all been a lot playoffs than at home.
Brunson fans on the 3. Halliburton will spin and fire over Bridges. Tyrese Halliburton. 6 for him in the playoffs, averaging 17. A lot of congestion around that timeline. Towns. 3 to play in the first half. Anunoby putting on the brakes. And deflected out of bounds. 2.6 on the shot clock.
Halliburton is telling the official, John Hamm, grab the ball before I could pick it up.
That's a nice
fan
play by
interference.
John
Hamm wouldn't do that.
Knicks fan, help him. Help him.
Hart. Out of bounds, New York's ball.
Well, and that's the thing. We're funding and second chance opportunities, but this is at least the 3rd time, Reggie, they've gotten the ball back like that with an out of bounds. It goes down as a team rebound. Right now.
This is without Robinson on the floor.
It's Brunson hard, vaulting into the paint with a bump in there. Neesmith, one of the defenders.
May have picked that up. That might be number 2 on Neesmith.
They go on Nembhard with the foul, the second on him. And so in the Boston series, he averaged 26. In the Pistons series, he averaged 31.
Knicks fan, Halliburton has a chance to get this ball. John Hamm's like, wait a minute, no. Souvenir.
So are they chanting MVP at Brunson or at John Hamm right now?
They're chanting Mad Men. Here comes Brunson.
All right.
On the fly, Halliburton makes it go. Great touch. Puts it through. 8 points. 4 in each quarter so far. 2.5 in the half.
Brunson, see if he can pick up a third. Towns, number 2. Again, it's always these silly fouls by Karl Anthony Towns. He didn't need to give him the extra hip coming off because Neesmith wants to. And it's these fouls that add up for Karl Anthony Towns.
He had a career year statistically, 24 series. He had 4 20 and 10 games. As The Knicks beat the reigning champions in 6.
Again, Karl Anthony Towns on these pick and rolls with Halliburton.
Well, I like Halliburton getting more aggressive. Indiana was 29-3, Reggie, when he scored 20.
Brunson careening off bodies.
And more importantly, that's number
4 to Nembhard, so I think that's 2 on.
The foul goes on Nesmith, number 2, at the Brunson. Brunson began his career with Dallas, and his coach was Rick Carlisle, the coach of Indiana. Halliburton.
coverage. Too much time for Halliburton.
Turner there trying to pump it up.
Mistimed his jump.
Brunson doubled. Down.
Need a knee.
Nesmith, here comes Towns on top. Miles Turner defending. Towns bruising his way inside. And it's picked up by Nembhard. Down court, Siakam floats. Hart the rebound. Hart on the move. Cross court, Brunson. The fake, the drive. And Towns thought 3, takes it down that baseline, fouled as he was driving.
Boy, what a pace to this game. Into the end of this second quarter. And right now, the Knicks willing to run with Indiana. That was one of the pace. Could the Knicks stay up with it? And thus far, they have.
Nembhard, number 3. Karl Anthony Towns at the free throw line. He was in the conference finals a year ago. The Western Conference Finals with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Losing to Dallas and Luka Doncic. Coming up, the American Express halftime report. EJ, Kenny, Shaq, Chuck, and Draymond Green. Congratulations to EJ. Another award last night at the Emmys. And
that Towns trade was one that seemed to work for both. Right before training camp, the Knicks get to the conference finals. Minnesota, second half.
But Randall played well in the first half. He was lights out shooting.
Fantastic. Yeah. Randall's had a great playoffs. So has Towns.
Very important here for Indiana. Try to keep this within before the half.
Look away, pass, Halliburton, Siakam. Rebound, Halliburton. Here's a 3, straight away. Halliburton knocks it down. Give him 14 in the first half for Indiana.
Yeah, he's come alive here in this second quarter.
Yes, he has.
Well, and as you said, Reg, that pick and roll coverage was leaving him wide open, and that's what got him going.
Mathurin has come in. Driving into T.J. McConnell.
How often do we see this, Reggie, where offensive rebounds lead to threes? Because you're not matched up with people, move the ball out, and find wide open shots.
McConnell picked up his second.
Brunson already will be 7 free throw attempts here in this first half.
Third year with the Knicks, the 2-time All-Star, former college basketball player of the year, and a 2-time national champion at Villanova.
And he was 7th during the regular, 5th during the regular season in free throw attempts in the league, and that's gone up here in the playoffs.
Smart move, bringing in Robinson for Towns. Don't want him picking up a cheap third.
Towns has 15. Brunson with 15, the 2 leading scorers in this game. 14 points, Halliburton leading Indiana. Brunson again. Free throw shooting for the Knicks. Halliburton. It's a 3 over the defense of Brunson. It's a rebound by Hart. He's got 6 already.
Shot it early for a 2 for 1.
Yep.
They have Siakam out on the guard, Brunson. Difference of 6 seconds, game clock and shot clock.
What is this, the 5th person to guard Brunson?
Barging into the paint, Brunson. Here they come the other way. It's Siakam, Anunoby there. Turner way outside, 3, no. Half is over. Knicks by 7, ending on a 9-3 run. And they ended the first quarter on a 14-5 run.
And here's Brunson's drive on the 2 bad shots for 1 good shot that coaches seem to love, Reg.
I will take a break and take you to our studio here in the Garden, high atop, watching things with the Eastern Conference Finals on TNT, presented by AT.
It won't take space to you. Introducing the 3-row all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 9 with class-leading interior space.
The NBA playoffs are here, and I'm betting rebound props on FanDuel. After all, I am the league's greatest rebounder. Ain't that right, Chuck GPT?
Incorrect.
Well, top 5 for sure.
You are 19th on the all-time list.
9th. What about scoring?
31st and likely to be passed soon.
Assists?
No results found.
Best TV personality?
Top 1,000.
What about celebrity golfer?
Do you really want to know?
No.
New customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators, losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
Bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
Oh, Giannis, Castrol is more than just motor oil.
Across every industry, Castrol is trusted by the best to help them perform. Whether they're a key link in the supply chain, or protecting the skies, or exploring the universe.
But you guys make motor oil too, right?
Fill up on all the good stuff. Tons of crispy veggies and fresh sliced meats. And now buy any footlong in the app. Great meat, great sauce, great deal. Get on it, people. Order now on the...
With cricket, we're all about honesty. What you used to be bald. Phew.
Kid Nation.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the all-new Big QP, fries, bottomless chips, and $10.99. So if you're McDone with tiny, overpriced burgers, just come to Chili's. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Time Report, live from the 2025 NBA Eastern Conference Finals, is brought to you by the powerful backing of American Express.
I'll tell you something. I would take 7 of these right now if I were given the chance. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals is a 7-point. Welcome you here to Madison Square Garden. American Express halftime. The Jeff Smith, Charles Barkley, Draymond Green with us here for the first couple of games. This was fun to watch, starting with the first quarter in which Indiana came out and shot 74% and trailed in the game. Let's go to the American Express teammates. Tell you who's doing what. Brunson leads the way with 18. No surprise there. Karl Anthony Towns has got 15. Mikal Bridges has got a dozen. And the bench, which figured to be at a huge disadvantage, points in the first half, compared to just 16 for Indiana. I know you're a big Mary J. Blige fan.
Sure, I think we are.
Sure. So let's start with everybody's breakdowns, and let's start with...
Talk about superstars playing well. I know this is Jalen Brunson's team, but Karl Anthony Towns must have a great impact on this game and this series. Look, he's playing well. 5 out of 7, 15 points right here. Me and Chuck wanted to post up, but they don't post up. I guess this is his generation version of pulling up. As long as you're taking high percentage shots like that, I am happy. Right here. Last year, he probably caught the ball and took this knee right now. Hey, you take it, 1, 2, 3 dribbles, get to the hole, high percentage shot. I think that's why he's 5 out of 7. Every now and then, you know, you say, you know what, I can step out, I can shoot this. Hey. Welcome to New York City.
You had mentioned...
I can't take it no more, Ernie.
I'll get...
She's performing now. I can't take it no more, Ernie. She's performing now. I can't take it no more. She's married.
I'm going to have to ask you, too. We had talked before the game.
I can't control it either. I can't control it either. I can't control it either, Ernie. Tell it. Control it either. I'm sorry.
You said before the game, look, it was this Miles Turner at that matchup. So what'd you make of what you saw from Miles Turner?
Well, his job is to keep you honest and keep you in the game. And as well as the Knicks are playing, his ability early into the game to shoot the ball and to post up and pick and pop. He is one of the best guys in the league at this, picking and popping for 3. And then he will go to the rim at times. And so it also will help. But his mid-range game, in between, and then he can get fouled, get dunked. So his ability to do all 3 is important to take the pressure off of Halliburton, who is not typically a 30-point scorer. So you have to get that extra 10 to 15 points from a guy like Miles Turner to stay in the game.
He was 5 out of 5 in the first quarter. No field goals in the second. Meantime, who does so New York Knicks team.
He does. He's the X factor, and these clips will show that. I thought Rick Carlisle went to the Ime Udoka school of matchups when I play Nembhard runs back and not pressure him. So Josh Hart sees that pass. Now he's feeling good. He gets the steal, which then gets the big fella going. Just walk in 3. He see that go in, now he gets going. Then they're going to play off Josh Hart. Let him. He's shooting 42% from 3 here in the playoffs. And then this is what he does best. He gets downhill, he puts pressure on the rim. And, you know, he's dicing their defense up. On Josh Hart, he has to be all-out pressuring Josh Hart, because once he see that first assist, now he's feeling good. It may not necessarily be a shot that helps him find his rhythm, but passing does.
Yeah, I thought Reggie and Stan made great points in there about the production that the Knicks were getting when they were able to rest Jalen Brunson. Cameron Payne didn't hit a 3 in the last series, came out and hit a couple of... He's already hit as many 3s in this game as he did in the entire Celtics series.
Yeah, Cam Payne, he hit the 3s to come back. They played well, but the one thing they got to worry about, Indiana wants to play like this. And this is only game 1. And if the Knicks try to run, you can see Ojinobi, he's struggling. He is struggling trying to keep this pace up. So if the 7 games with the Pacers, they're going to lose this series. Like, the Pacers got to be sent guys. They got to do a better job on the boards. But if we play 7 games at this pace, we want to play like this. The Knicks, they have enough confidence in their bench to play 7 games like this. I don't believe it. We're going to play 9, 10 guys, and we're going to play fast. You got to feel good.
69 points in the first half of the Knicks, their high water mark for this postseason, and they lead it by 7 at the break. Shad Hicks, the old school dance moves in the chair. Yes, he was, as a matter of fact.
When you're with Amex Platinum, you can go the distance for what you love. And with travel perks like guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout with fine hotels and resorts, you have more time to celebrate. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Hey!
Don't worry, DashPass saves you money on DoorDash, so you can skip the trip to the grocery store and stay right where you need to be. DashPass by DoorDash, your door to more savings.
We about to level up. We about to level up.
The new star of the seas. Book your vacation today.
The beach is always just a line away. Corona, La Playa awaits.
This. Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, and the Timberwolves are returning to the conference finals, ready to take the next step.
Anthony Edwards scrapes the sky!
But all season long, Shea, Chet, and the Thunder have proved they're the big dogs. The strength of a pack, the roar of thunder. You don't want to miss this.
Oh my goodness!
Tomorrow on ESPN.
To secure your spot, you must gather the materials required for a controlled burn.
The loser will immediately be eliminated. The stakes on this are absolutely huge.
If I come in last, I go home.
I can't make a mistake. I can't mess up. I know I have a lead on map. If I have to leave in the very first elimination challenge, or neck and neck, Trent, I can't even fathom the thought.
Oh. Last one standing. The competition continues. Sunday at 8 on Discovery.
Close airlock 7.
You really don't know me, do you?
The best high-concept sci-fi rigmarole in the universe is back.
Mob justice! Get back here! This is for your own good!
Rick and Morty at 11 on Adult Swim.
Get your mouth rounded.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Are y'all gonna follow us around all year? This is our last go-round. You're not putting this on tape, are you?
Camera on my face. There's been a by everybody in the building.
Have a great show, gentlemen.
The forever show. People would miss it.
Yeah, I cannot believe this is over.
They don't trade me. They should trade me to the food channel.
Going Inside, presented by American Express, following Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals on TNT.
Baby, you play too much. Super shot. I'm looking super hot. I got the perfect pose. Animal. Baby, I'm a centerfold. Said look, I love to go. Oh my God.
You know, we're not so different from plants, are we, Ryan?
Plants need food like people need food.
Like this really good organic plant food from Miracle Grow. These peppers look hangry, Ryan. Eat them, don't just stand there.
I heard you found someone special.
Yeah.
Is that dog food in the fridge?
It's not dog food. It's Fresh Pet. Real meat, real veggies for Peter.
That's Peter. Should have known.
You do make a pretty cute couple.
New Haagen-Dazs Belgian waffle cones. Save the best for last.
Hi. Play for an ultra?
Racy for an ultra?
Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. I didn't.
Michelob Ultra. Superior like thee.
Are you being serious? You'd let
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some
it's
might.
a lot of fire.
It's a lot. Maybe. You seemingly acting as a representative. For me. Did you consider the consequences?
People were going to die.
Makes you who you are.
Superman. Somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation.
Unforgettable.
Welcome back to rainy New York, the Eastern Conference Finals on TNT, presented by AT&T. Second half about ready to get underway, with the Hall of Famer Reggie Miller making his triumphant return to the Garden, and Stan Van Gundy will check in with Allie in just a second. Reg, first half thoughts.
Everyone thought it was going to be the Pacers bench. How about the Knicks bench? And Cameron Payne.
Absolutely. And for Indiana, look, they did a lot of good things, but they're going to have to rebound the ball better and take care of the possession game. New York got 4 more shots and 2 more free throw attempts.
Come here. Where you at? NYC. Okay, come on. This is the moment we've been waiting on, baby. Short.
I love Mitchell Robinson, bro. What? Bro, his arms, he don't even have to jump.
And let's send it over to Allie after that State Farm audio assist.
Down the entire Pacers coaching staff's mouth. Literally, I spoke to a member of their coaching staff who told me their number one concern at the half was Mitchell Robinson and his effect on the offensive glass. He said, we also have to keep Cat off the three-point line, and for them, they missed 4 buckets at the rim. They have to be focused, and they have to execute on the offensive end. He told me this whole series, just like Stan said, is a possession battle. They have to get the stop so they can run and so they can get those high percentage looks.
Halliburton just picked up his first personal foul.
Well, and again, this comes after a Josh Hart offensive rebound on the first possession.
So a little housekeeping here. The 69 points for the Knicks ties their franchise record for a first half in a playoff game. And it came against Indiana last year. Bridges at the line. Scoring well in the first half.
Rare 2 misses there for Bridges.
Wow. Bridges is an 81% free throw shoot.
Turner and Siakam, Halliburton. And down low they got Neesmith. Halliburton will drive and scoop, and the rebound by Hart. Nimhard is the other pacer out there. That sets their 5 to start the second half. Hart, Towns, Bridges, Brunson, Anunoby. That ball was tipped, and that's why it goes by midcourt. Hart will retrieve. Shot clock at 9.
Great transition defense by the Pacers, especially with Hart having the basketball.
Brunson driving right inside with a bump and a feed. Oh, nice feed by Anunoby. And the Knicks have their biggest lead tonight.
Well, again, that's Brunson playing off 2 feet and that footwork you talked about, Reggie.
By Anunoby, screen by Turner. Halliburton on top, drives into Towns. Pretty scoop, and give him 16. So he's had 12 in a little more than a quarter after putting in 4 in the first and 16 for the game.
This is when the Knicks kill you, when they get Brunson in that mid-post area.
He's doubled, but he squeezes the pass to Hart, who kicks to Anunoby. 3-0, Siakam rebound. In the paint, New York is... By the way, the last 12 points for Indiana. There's a bump and a shove and a whistle. With 2 minutes gone here in the third.
Hart picking up his second.
Stan starting a series on the road, not an easy thing to do in the playoffs.
No, not at all, but who is 4-1 on the road in the playoffs?
They are. Turner lost it. Hart retrieves. They'll find a gap and go into Neesmith out of bounds. A turnover for New York. Halliburton. Step back. Fake. Fired. Triple. Knocked away. And out of bounds. Indiana lost it.
Halliburton thought he was fouled on that three-point attempt.
And Neesmith thought the ball was off on New York and wanted him to challenge.
Brunson and Neesmith. Confetti on the floor. Offensive foul. Brunson.
Now, if you're Coach Thibodeau, you may take a look at this.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hand-to-hand combat going on between Neesmith and Brunson.
No.
They're going to take a look at it.
So a challenge by the Knicks. And we will step aside just minutes into the third quarter of Game 1 Eastern Conference Finals.
Tomorrow.
Where the hell are you going?
Where will you be for the final reckoning? Don't miss the best we've ever seen one last time.
This is what you were born to do.
Mission Impossible, rated PG-13.
Excuse me, are you shopping online while standing in line?
Yeah.
Me too. I just bought a croquet set using PayPal.
Cool.
And PayPal lets me choose how I pay.
Oh, no, you're not going to sing again, are you?
You can pay your own way.
Here we go again.
I used PayPal to buy this ticket, and I'm paying it off in 4 payments. No fees, no interest.
You know what else has no interest? Me.
Pay in store, pay online, pay over time. Don't just pay, PayPal.
When it comes to your get more with a free 5G phone and real unlimited data from Straight Talk. More ways to connect.
I love you,
More reasons to share. And when you spend less with Straight Talk, you can get more moments to yourself by getting something for them.
This is so much fun!
Switch to Straight Talk and get a free 5G phone on us, on America's most reliable 5G network. Find us at Walmart and straighttalk.com.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators, losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
Actually, we call our stuff Gatorade.
Get 0% APR for 60 months on 2024 GMC EV models. That's up to 17 days.
It's big, it's back, and it's only $6. Get the big box y'all love today.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Well, the Knicks challenge this offensive foul on Brunson. Starts with a little contact there. But now, Neesmith said he was being holed. Brunson with a little bump. And it's only game one, Reg, and they're ready to go at it.
And this was Brunson's third foul.
It was, and it was an unsuccessful challenge, saying that Brunson committed the first illegal contact.
Remember, we saw this in Game 5 in Boston with Brunson when he had no fouls and then committed 6 in the second half of that Game 5 fouling out. Got to be careful with your best player here.
Next round of challenges. Third quarter just underway. Screen for Halliburton. And Turner.
Towns has got to get up on him on that, Reggie. Miles Turner doesn't really want to drive the ball. I'm not saying he won't, but he doesn't want to. He wants space for that jumper, and Karl Anthony Towns just gave it to him.
Brunson will barrel his way to the rack and take it in off the glass.
Let me just also say this for Brunson. He is doing this against a guy who's 3 inches taller than him and outweighs him maybe by what, 30, 40 pounds?
He's got 20 already.
Siakam, Bridges will defend. Pascal.
Well, when Siakam gets a mismatch, Indiana does a very good job of getting him the ball in the post in transition.
This is a battle. You can see it brewing right here. Now the switch with Halliburton. Neesmith will follow. Brunson, who finds Towns inside with a nice catch, let alone the two converting.
Well, Brunson fighting that pressure by Neesmith. Took a lot of dribbles, but he's able to get around him, force help, and create a bucket for his teammate.
It's Siakam. He's gyrating on Hart, and he finds inside the open Nembhard, who...
Pacers can't afford to trade baskets. That's all they're doing right now with New York.
Both teams shooting 52% steal. It was deflected and picked up by Halliburton, who puts on the brakes, and Turner's free. Lasers one inside, and Siakam will finish. New York timeout.
Beautiful, unselfish play there by Turner. Wide open 3, but he recognized Siakam standing all alone underneath the bucket.
And the Pacers on a...
Food's here, but your phone's there. Get up now, and your train of thought will get off track faster than a roller coaster going downhill with 2 really big guys in the front.
It's a Mac. I can just...
Oh. Glad we learned something.
Despite its spaceship looks, extraordinary range, expansive cabin, and rocket boost acceleration, it won't take you to space. It brings space to you. Introducing the 3-row, all-electric Hyundai Superior Space.
I've been waiting for so long. Now I finally found someone to stand by me.
Nothing feels as good as a great place to work. UKG has the technology and insights to make it all happen.
Yo te como sin vida, a capela.
Let's talk salary.
Great. What do you typically offer for this role?
It's competitive.
And if it was a number, it would be...
A competitive number.
With Indeed, you can avoid awkward salary conversations from the start.
Well, a number.
Is it competitive?
Today was 4 months, and they never even found the body.
This business with the missing kids. Do I need to be concerned?
There's something bad. Gary.
In 1892, a hockey lover.
If there were a cup held from year to year by the champion hockey team.
Today, proclamations sound different.
That's hockey, baby!
He was captivated back then
Considering the general interest which the matches now elicit,
and had gone from the honorable to an earl to a lord.
I am willing to give a cup which shall be held by the winning club.
So he bequeathed this cup, which became this cup. His last name was Stanley.
We're in game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's take a look at our FanDuel live point spread for tonight's game. Beginning at -4.5, currently at -3.5. 7:25 here in the third. Taking a look at our Google search trends for tonight. There's been a spike in the Villanova Knicks. And that, of course, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Brunson. All they're missing is Dante DiVincenzo, but he's a little bit busy right now in the Western Conference down in Oklahoma City. But at one time, they were all Villanova Wildcats under the great Jay Wright. Bridges was acquired in a trade in the offseason for 5 first-round picks from the Brooklyn Nets. One of the big acquisitions in the offseason. Bridges drives, finger roll is in. Puts it up and in, sneaking for 2.
Well, he didn't want to force the pass down low to Cat, so he decided to do it on his own.
Full steam ahead, Halliburton. Corner, Turner, 3, no. Rebound, Hart.
I'll show you, the shots that Miles Turner has had tonight have been wide open.
There's a shove inside and 6:47 to go here in the third. It's a foul. Let's look at Rick Carlisle. Third time taking the Pacers to the Eastern Conference Finals. Rick Carlisle at 6. Burton picked up his second foul. Hart and Brunson.
65 years old is very young.
It is.
I just want to let you know that.
I know it is. It's Towns with a fake, and there to meet him was the defense of Neesmith. Shot clock at 4. Good cut, good drive, good shot. Brunson.
Footwork and change of pace.
Yes.
You just saw a master class right there by Brunson.
22 for Brunson.
Absolutely froze Miles.
He just goes quickly to the rim. Turner stays with him and blocks it.
Acrobatic move right.
Yes,
right.
He does the Carl Anthony Towns. Both bigs getting picked on here by the point guards.
Towns and Turner. Towns will try to crowbar his way in the paint. Foul.
That's an offensive foul.
Pickett his second foul tonight.
And then finishes with the teardrop. And then Hallie comes right back and goes right around Towns. Now, was there contact before?
And that's exactly what Binte
line. Earn badges to win prizes with the NBA. Members in the U.S. and Canada who set a trip to the NBA app or on NBA ID. The Knicks played 3 games. Knicks won 2 of 3, including the home opener right here in the Garden. But the regular season, Stan, when you look back and prepare, you take a little bit right from those games, but it's such a different environment.
Yeah, you get an idea, though, as a couple people. They're defending Brunson. Indiana is the way they did during the year. New York's matchups and schemes are about the same.
Turner's on top. Brunson will defend. Mathurin again. He'll dance. He'll fire the three. Halliburton flies inside. Kicks it in the corner. Oh, knocked away. Anunoby picked up Toppin. Oh, and a pirouette for two.
Man, what an outstanding defensive play by OG.
Boy.
I mean, he came all the way from underneath the rim.
Here's Bridges budging his way into the defense of Halliburton. Towns has picked up. Brunson into Mathurin. Nice defense by Indiana.
That's Brunson's fourth turnover.
Nice job defensively transitioned by the Knicks after that turnover.
Indiana shooting 52%. Knicks 53%. Halliburton will dance and fire. Got it. Foul. Brunson. 4 on Brunson. 4 of them.
And they can challenge it. They're out of challenges.
Yeah.
Oh, what a block by OG here.
That's incredible.
But nice job by Toppin to stay with it and get the reverse. Here's the step back. Let's see if there's contact down low.
You know, we talk about Brunson being so clutch, and he won the award. But Halliburton had a couple game winners in the first 2 rounds, one in each against Milwaukee and Cleveland. He's got that same DNA.
Oh, absolutely. These are 2 of the best in the league. And on that foul, the Knicks may have had a point that Halliburton kicked the leg out. But as you said, Reggie, they've already challenged this call. So whether they got it.
Towns out, Robinson in.
To your point, Kevin, I think in a perfect of the one-possession game, just
oh my gosh,
go back and forth down the stretch.
4.5 in the third.
Gonna count it?
I think they should.
They are. Brunson got it. Mathurin picks up his first. Brunson to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
Boom. Yeah. Why wouldn't you count it?
I don't know nowadays. Sometimes they.
I know, it's a great.
Sometimes they count it. Other times they say it was before the gather. But look, we've got 2 players left in these playoffs that absolutely play angles and know how to get fouled. SGA of OKC, the MVP. Congratulations to him. And Jalen Brunson. Those 2 guys are the master in terms of using angles. Halliburton, you get around Robinson.
They love him on the perimeter. He played this way against Boston. 3 Halliburton. Wow. Oh, what a stroke. He's got 23.
Well, we knew these 2 guys were the stars, and they're delivering tonight, Reggie.
Brunson with Mathurin following. Step back, lean, feed. Rebound, Robinson. They rotate, and Brunson ends up with it. Another offensive rebound for Mitchell Robinson. 4 of them. Brunson.
And he makes them pay. Every time Robinson collects the offensive glass, he gets it to the score.
It's Halliburton. And Turner on top. Hart closed the door. They switch on defense. Shot clock at 6. Halliburton 3. In the third. Knicks by 4.
There it is, Mitchell Robinson going to work, always looking to throw it back out. And creates a second opportunity and a big 3 for New York.
you doing?
Crunching numbers on every NBA playoff matchup.
But with the NBA app, you get real-time stats and insights while you're watching the postseason. We're talking exciting plays, buzzer beaters.
And a deep dive into playoff drama as it unfolds?
All playoffs, all free.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
They're ruthless, an NBA mastermind.
8 games last night and didn't miss any of the action. How is that possible?
They're dropping stats we've never seen before. How?
Co-pilot powered AI features and the NBA app. Real-time insights, AI-generated highlights. It makes keeping up with the league super easy. It's really not that hard.
Get out! Hey! KB! Get out! Get out! Yes, sir! Yeah, goal! Boy, you look like a gazelle out there running. Gotta dominate the Brunson-less minutes. Have to dominate them. Dominate 4 minutes.
Now we came into the series talking about the guards, Brunson and Halliburton. Fade away, Bridges here. Rebound collected, Toppin has it. Brunson 27 points on 16 shots. Halliburton 23 points on 17 shots.
The shot, and Mitchell Robinson didn't get the offensive rebound.
It looked like 2 players were trying to box him out, though, Coach.
Bryant couldn't get it on the doorstep and a foul.
Indiana's doing a nice job here in this third quarter of offensive rebounding themselves, Coach.
Absolutely right.
Robinson picks up number 1. Thomas Bryant, who was acquired in early December from Miami. Indiana Pacers. Road record of 20-20. 50-win season again. TNT is your new home for Roland Garros. Watch the Send on Paris. It begins Sunday, May 25th on TNT and streaming on Max.
Coach T.J. McConnell was great in that second quarter for Indiana. These minutes for him, the end of the
for all New York's offensive rebounding, Reggie. Indiana's now outscored them in second chance points.
2.5 in the third. Bridges with 14, Towns with 18. They quickly blitz him. Shot clock at 3. McBride.
Well, they double Towns down low to get the ball out of his hands against the smaller.
Smith here. Bridges will stick with them. Fadeaway tough to defend. Rebound Robinson, who's out there with Towns. They're developing a nice chemistry, those 2 big men for the Knicks.
Well, and Tom Thibodeau made the point that Karl Anthony Towns, so he knows how to play with another big.
Towns 3. Rebound Toppin tips it off to T.J. McConnell. Neesmith, good fake, open, McConnell, aims, shoots, missing the 3, Toppin hits the deck, whistle blown on the play. It's a foul, it's on New York, it's inside.
Was it Towns?
It was on Towns number 3. 127 in the third.
Man, good call. Just rooted him out, but he was up in the air already.
Now look how small the Pacers are on the floor here and how big with Robinson and Towns for the Knicks.
Put Robinson on Siakam. Then got lost on the switch, so now...
It's Siakam. Nice shot, set up his shot, and puts it down and give him 12. In the third, Cameron Payne is back in. Gave him a subtle spark in that first half. Hit a couple threes. He'll drive hard. Robinson trying to get that rebound as he jousts with Bryant out of bounds.
Here's the problem. Sometimes you're going to have to face guard Robinson and someone else come in and secure the rebound. So if you're Bryant, because right now he's having a tough time. Now Robinson being taken off. They're matching down to the smaller Indiana Pacers.
That's that kind of rebound, though. That's where I would foul Mitchell Robinson. Just foul him on the block out, send him to the line, Reg. Don't give him a chance to get a second opportunity.
Towns fake, drive, stripped, and foul. Siakam. And the former Raptor picks up number 1.
I don't know exactly what Siakam's arguing there. It seemed like a pretty obvious call.
Kind of interesting. You know, you look at the moves these franchises have made. They both benefited from moves, trades with the Toronto Raptors. Anunoby going to the Knicks.
Yeah, those two guys both part of the 2019 championship team in Toronto. Though Anunoby was hurt at the time, Siakam actually played a pretty big role on that team.
Brian will check out. Obi Toppin is back in. The two are former teammates. 6.5 years. Toronto. Kawhi hit that big shot against Philadelphia, Game 7.
That was a squad, by the way. That was an underrated squad.
Yes, it was.
Fred VanVleet was unbelievable.
Karl Anthony Towns again. 2-2, terrific free throw shooter. 20 points and 27 for Brunson.
The Pacers trying a 2-for-1 here.
Mathurin hooks it back on top. On the fly, Neesmith lets it go. Rebound Anunoby, lost it inside, trying to dig it out Indiana.
That's going to be number 3 on Neesmith. And
years of the Knicks losing in the second round, and then they defeat the reigning champion Celtics in 6, winning Game 6 on this floor, led by Brunson and Bridges and others. And here they are in the Eastern Conference Final stand for the first time in 25 years. The electricity at the start of this game in this building, I mean, you could feel it in every way.
Well, there's no question. And I think coming off, it wasn't just a win. It was a 38-point win over the defending champions. And that really got these Knicks fans excited about their team and thinking they have a chance to win.
Think about this for Coach Thibodeau. Checking in Darrell Wright. I don't think he's played in these playoffs.
DeJuan Wright.
DeJuan Wright is coming in. Now, again, I know
he's only played 3 minutes, and that was against Boston.
But give Tom Thibodeau credit there, because 4 fouls on Brunson and 3 on Payne.
He's got to buy some time, doesn't he?
He just wants one possession here. Doesn't want to worry about either one of them having to get a foul.
Difference of 2 seconds. Game clock and shot clock winding down the third quarter. Knicks by 5. They've led by 9. Indiana is led by 7.
He is fearless. He is absolutely fearless.
7 seconds to go. Full court Pacer pressure. And they got McBride with it. He's got some speed. Doubled. Fires. Good if it goes. Third quarter in the books with the New York Knicks up by 3. Brunson had 9 points in the quarter. And the Indiana Pacers down by 3 on the road. Game 1. The 2025 NBA playoffs are presented by Google.
So, what do you think about the Jeep Wrangler? Very spacious. Loving the Fathom Blue. his groceries. Sorry, we just saw Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, and we are very excited.
Test drive?
No mission is impossible with a Jeep Wrangler.
He's a good student. He's a good teacher.
Teacher only as good as his students. Sensei Miyagi taught me that.
Karate Kid Legends, exclusively in theaters May 30th, rated PG-13.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like getting Bateman when you need the protection of Batman.
Easy, Batemobile, not too fast, babe.
Just one. It's a long one. Dermatologist.
That's why you need a real deal.
Look out! That's Batman!
Go home, Bateman. Do a podcast or something.
That's hurtful.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Taco Bell brought back crispy chicken nuggets, and I can't
believe it.
Because you're Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
You know, the breading is tortilla chips. Doesn't that feel very taco place? We're totally a taco place. That's a chicken place. That's also a taco place.
He loves that baby.
And wait till you see the other two surprises. A joyful bundle of 3.
3?
I was thinking of gifting one to each of you. I got AT&T's bundle of 3, iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence for me, and iPad and Apple Watch for you.
New and existing customers get their iPhone 16 Pro on us with eligible trade-in. Plus iPad and Apple Watch SE for 99 cents per month each and save up to $1,700.
He's about to get a bucket right here.
Oh, we got one cam. Okay.
Look, he's about to...
Oh.
Look. Oh my God. Look. What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you?
Nice bench guys. Earlier tonight with the BR Connected Cam presented by AT&T. Fourth quarter around the corner, and let's send it over to Allie, who moments ago caught up with Mikal Bridges.
Well, Mikal, this game has been so fast and so evenly matched. What are the things you can tighten up even just a little bit defensively to make sure you win that possession battle?
Just communication. I think communication defensively. A lot of small screens, so we just got to talk to each other and make sure we're good on ball.
Both of these teams have proved in the playoffs they close enough to give them the opportunity to be.
We got to start this football strong. You know, first 3 minutes and start strong.
Thanks, Mikal.
Catherine just cleaned up the miss. Fourth quarter underway. Knicks by 3. Foul goes on Deuce McBride. First on him.
Well, and this, we said it at the end of the third. Indiana with more second chance points than New York. Extremely rare. Indiana last in the league in second chance points, last in the playoffs in second chance points, and they're outscoring New York right now.
Well, they're going to need the guy at the free throw line, Indiana, Benedict Mathurin, who was great off the bench during the regular season, averaged 16 points, but he's only averaging 11 in the playoffs and has struggled tonight. 1 of 4, only 6 points. So they're going to have to find some type of contribution by Mathurin. Nice start to this fourth quarter for him. Offensive rebound, fouled, and seen the ball go through from the free throw line.
He did have a game against the Knicks earlier this season where he scored 38, 2 of 2 from the stripe right there. 1-point game. Brunson into traffic, and a general shot will go through, and the Knicks expand their lead to 3.
Wow, it's a tough shot.
It was 29 now for Brunson. McConnell. Bryant is out there too. Robinson will pick up McConnell. Siakam and Mathurin. And Neesmith, that's the 5 for the Pacers. Driving hard, Mathurin will get it to drop.
He heard you, Reggie. He heard you. He's got to get going a little bit. started that Cleveland series very well. That first 3 games averaged over 17 points a game in that series.
Brunson chipping his way inside to get it go.
Playing downhill.
31.
And he's getting to his strong hand. Once he goes off to his right, he's getting back to that left. Here's McConnell.
15-footer, rebound Robinson. And he's got 6 off the bench. Brunson, Anunoby. And Siakam is quickly on him. Bridges, full steam ahead to the line. After him. McConnell.
Okay.
He'll try to wedge his way into that defense with Brunson in front. Now he's underneath in a fake.
My goodness.
That's a foul on Brunson.
Yeah, but
5.
Immediately that was a foul on Brunson. Why did it take so long? Now you got decisions if you're Coach Thibodeau. Here's the penetration by McConnell. Gets him up in the air. Yeah, right on the wrist there. And again, this is so pivotal, Coach. No challenge for the Knicks. That was huge, them losing that challenge now.
No question. But that they wouldn't have been able to challenge successfully anyway. And that's just not a smart foul at all by Brunson. He's got to know how important he is.
Upcoming playoff schedule tomorrow night. Mike and the crew will be in Oklahoma City. Game 2, Timberwolves and Thunder. Friday on TNT, Eastern Conference Finals continue here at the Garden. Game 2, Knicks hosting the Pacers. And for more, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Brunson will lead. Bridges is out.
Hart comes in for Brunson. Now I look for a lot of action here with Deuce McBride. Missed free throw here by McConnell.
Towns comes in for Bridges. McBride and McConnell. Anunoby. Quiet tonight with 6. Puts up a 3. Got it!
That's a big 3 right there.
It is. It's McConnell. Driving hard. Siakam into Towns. Towns with the defense. And he gets it out hard on the fly. Down low, Anunoby. Mathurin picks him up.
OG Anunoby, a quick 5-0 run, a little step back 3 from OG and in transition. Just takes his time, gets through 2 Pacers defenders.
We got mail.
Hello?
Hi, I'm Gemini.
Okay, can we talk about this photo I just took?
Sure, just add it and we'll talk.
Can you take a look at this giant hole?
That hole is easier to repair than it looks.
Gemini, I need help.
Okay, let's talk about how to get rid of that spider.
Run that back, Gemini.
Attach the braces to the support beams.
Attach what to what? Go back a step.
No problem. Let's go back to step 3.
We're only on step 3? Hey!
You won't remember my name. This is the last time you will see me at the top. I want to carry on, but not today. This is the point I give up. but not today. I want to carry on. You will see me at the top. This is the last time you won't remember my name.
Finally, they have arrived. A whole new lineup of delicious Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Because for as long as probably forever, there's only been one Frosty. I mean, what would we even do? Add a bunch of Oreo cookies or Pop-Tarts pieces? That would be kind of genius, actually. Someone write that down. For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's.
We're being hunted by a robot named Amelia. Megan's our only chance.
Prove you can be trusted, maybe we'll give you an upgrade. Any requests?
You better believe it, sister. I want to be stronger, faster, and taller. All right, meat sacks, let's get to work.
She is a smoking hot warrior princess.
How about the New York Sports Scenes Hall of Fame, Patrick Ewing, CC Sabathia, Hank Lundquist, works for our network, does a great job. The King, Bernard King. And how about the most stylish man alive, Clyde Frazier.
Halliburton's got the ball. Siakam a screen. Neesmith with the three. Fouled his. Nope, he was not fouled. He hit the deck. Missed the shot. Here come the Knicks. Step back. Open your lens here. What do we see for the Knicks?
Well, the Knicks have got to try to survive right now until they can get Brunson back in the game. OG Anunoby on a 5-0 run, keeping them afloat.
Here's Anunoby. Turner's on him. McBride on top. One to fire. Three. No. Fouled on the play by Nembhard of Indiana.
I like the effort by Nembhard, but you cannot foul a three-point shooter. That's the fourth on Nembhard. 3 free throws for McBride.
And that was the no call at the other end.
Yep.
What the referees call the high five.
Hands
When
part
you
of the
hit
ball.
Hand after it releases the ball.
So, Stan, you just talked about the Knicks, what they've got to do. Reggie, what about Indiana? What do they have to do to get a win here in Game 1?
Well, why they've been so successful in these playoffs has been all about their pace. They've got to get out and run here in this fourth quarter, especially with Brunson. We talked about him being able to control pace, him on the bench. You've got to make this, again, a track meet here in this fourth quarter for the Pacers.
The Indiana bench has outscored the New York bench 27-16. No surprise, John Starks right there.
But it's all deceptive, though, because with Mathurin, they're down 14 points. They're down 14 points with McConnell in the game. They're down 11 with Bryant in the game. The New York bench has been as successful than Indiana's bench tonight.
Little 9-1 run. Here comes Siakam, and he tried to go inside and pile drive. Knocked away. McBride got a hand up there. Well defended by the Knicks. Towns, 3. Off. Foul. Neesmith.
Unbelievable block here by Deuce McBride. The smallest player on the floor. Here's Siakam. He thinks he has a wide open bunny. And McBride with the block. And back-to-back blunders here for the Pacers. It was Nembhard fouling McBride for 3. And right there, Neesmith fouling Towns.
Hey, listen, Reggie, you talked about effort, and effort is great. You certainly need it to win, but you also need discipline.
Yeah.
And 2 undisciplined plays by probably the Pacers' 2 best perimeter defenders give the Knicks 6 free throws at a time where they just are trying to find anything offensively with Brunson on the bench. These are bad times for the Indiana Pacers.
Last year when these 2 teams met in the second round in the Eastern Conference semifinals, which the Pacers won in 7, New York wasn't healthy. They had, in fact, in Game 7, a broken hand for Brunson, but they had Randall, who was out, Anunoby was injured, Hart
was injured with an abdomen. They are healthy coming in, as is Indiana.
Well, I think that's what's great. That's what we want to see.
Yes, you want everyone healthy, playing at their best.
Left with his fifth foul. A 10-0 run by the Knicks. 3, Halliburton. Rebound, Robinson cleans it up again. Hart, 8 rebounds. Robinson, 3, Anunoby. Oh, they're flying all over the place, and out of bounds it goes. New York's ball.
And again, Robinson having an effect on the offensive glass. 3-point line. And that's absolutely off of Neesmith.
The bridle inbound, Towns underneath, fumbled it, reels it in, got it to go! Wow. And the Knicks won.
How about a 12-0 run with Brunson on the bench?
Siakam careens off bodies. In the corner in a straitjacket. Not a lot. As Hart was over there trying to contain him, watch this play by Towns.
And a little point to Siakam.
25 points, 8 rebounds for Towns.
It's Halliburton to inbound.
More importantly, only 3 fouls. Being able to stay on the floor.
Siakam hard to the rack and into Towns. Knocked away by Karl Anthony Towns. Shot clock at 4. Down goes Siakam. Nimhard shot, no. Rebound, Hart, bodies down. Hart the other way. They got Anunoby who will drive it.
Powerful, majestic, recreational. At Progressive, we treat your outdoor vehicles like the noble creatures they are. And when you bundle them with your home and auto, you can be sure they get the 24/7 protection they deserve. There you go. So they're always ready for your next adventure. Because that's just how we do it around here. Around these parts, around them parts. It's just how we do it here.
Little things. Little things that reveal hidden opportunities through the power of Dell AI with Intel Inside. Little things that add up to something big. Using technology to gain an advantage in real time. Delivering wins that change the game for everyone.
New Chipotle Honey Chicken brings a hint of pure honey and seared smoked peppers with fresh chicken hot off the grill. For Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle Honey Chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
I love dirt, especially
dirt again.
Well, this is my favorite time of year.
We do the same thing every year. Organic soil, spawny plants, feeding everything really well.
And I'm going to get incredible results.
The Kia K4 and K5 represent what comes next. The next movement for innovation. And the next movement for acceleration. The Kia K4 and K5.
Kia, movement that inspires.
The story that the world thinks they know is that I am a master manipulator.
She is California's real-life Gone Girl.
It's not me.
This was a hoax. Oh, you're only talking now because you got caught.
And could this person be playing you?
Now I get to tell the truth.
Sherry Papini caught in the lie, an ID documentary event, Monday at 9.
the NBA on TNT, brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And How to Train Your Dragon in theaters June 13th. Great here in New York, and so they've gone inside, and it looks capacity filled in that shot. The Knicks,
they know how to party.
They do here. 14-0 run by New York. Since Brunson left with his fifth foul, the galloping Siakam, the collision into Towns. Got it, fouled, send him to the line. He's got 4, Towns does now. And Pascal Siakam to the stripe.
A great attack. Towns did a good job initially, but then as he tried to close the space, after getting bumped off, he commits the foul.
And Shepard on the floor here now for the Pacers. That's the 10th player to play in this game for Rick Carlisle in Indiana.
Ben Shepard, a second-year player from Belmont. He was the late first-round selection. Siakam cannot complete the three-point play. Scramble for the ball. It was saved there by Nembhard. Shepard, Bryant, and Halliburton. Bryant a screen. Screen roll with Bryant. Towns the rebound.
Great rotation by Anunoby there.
3, Towns short. Boy, is he ticked off at himself. He only went 3 for 19 in that Boston series from 3. Weaving here, Nembhard. In the corner, Shepard triple.
That's a tough position for Shepard to be in. Hasn't played all game.
No, he's a guy who played a lot in this series last year, 20 minutes a game with Mathurin being hurt. Shot 48% from the floor and 45% from 3.
He was battling a sprained toe in the late regular season, early playoffs.
Yeah, missed the last 5 games of the regular season in the first couple.
6.5 in the fourth. Towns got a screen from Robinson.
Well, you knew he wasn't going to miss 2 in a row.
Nope. Towns tonight from 3, 4 of 6. See Andrew Nembhard bumping into McBride in the 6th.
Coming into tonight, first 2 rounds of the more percentage of his points from mid-range than anybody in the league.
It's McBride. Knicks 54% from the floor. Hard to Towns. Siakam is there. Outside, Anunoby, the fake, the fire. Cannot convert. Hart! Got it, knocked away off Indiana. Shot clock at 12.
Well, if it's not Robinson, it's Hart on the offensive glass. And again, an extra possession for New York.
Each team has taken 27 threes. Knicks have made 10. Pacers have made 7. Anunoby. Nembhard will defend. Down he goes. That's a foul. Anunoby.
This one's pretty obvious and right in front of
Ben Taylor, the official. Yeah. Little chicken wing right there.
That's an easy call.
It's Siakam with the spinning shot.
Towns wants to push off on Siakam, and he's right. It's the second time Siakam has done that to him on the drive and gotten away with it.
It's Deuce McBride. Miles McBride, who will make a move and put on the brakes at the line. That's a foul. It's on Indiana.
It's on Nembhard. That's going to be number 5.
And that's on a block out.
Face guarding.
Rebound. It's not being able to rebound the ball.
Here comes Brunson. Last 5 of this game along with Bridges. Great job by Deuce McBride. Big time minutes in the absence of Brunson. Robinson as well. The bench again.
McBride It's not a deep bench, but boy, it's an effective bench, isn't
Well,
it?
I'll tell you what, McBride, I think they're 20 plus 20 with him on the floor tonight. Like, incredible. Indiana's actually outscored New York with Brunson on the floor.
Bridges. Smith hits the three.
It's a great flare screen there by Thomas Bryant to free him up.
Guy that just hit that shot was number 10 in three-point percentage in the regular season, Aaron Nesmith.
And even better in the playoffs.
Yes. 4.5 in the fourth. Shepard watching Brunson.
Watch the pump fake. Foul from...
Two-point shot. Anunoby parachutes in. Bridges collects. Anunoby launches a three. Towns got it. Oh, look at he's hacked. He goes right into Bryant. He goes inside and got it to go. Just a beast. 30 points. And a player down.
Bryant is down.
Thomas Bryant.
He got a shot to the grill from Towns.
Towns with 30 and 10.
I don't know. I didn't see anything. I mean, he got some contact, but I don't think that's a foul on Towns. I think Towns got fouled. I mean, you can't just... I don't like it. People just stick their head in front of you and you're not supposed to be able to pivot or anything?
Anunoby just picked up his fourth.
Well, there was contact, but again, Towns is just trying to create space.
Yeah, look, I like the college rule on this one, where you have a cylinder around the offensive player that you can't come into. I mean, you have to allow the offensive player to move.
Brunson with the 5 fouls. Brunson's got 31.
That's too easy. That's too easy.
Towns and Brunson tonight have combined for 61 points. Shepard picks up his first. Brunson will be at the free throw line.
He's given a lot of guys, Rick Carlisle's given a lot of guys a try on Brunson.
Yep.
I would think right now, with 3:44 to go, you got to go back to Nesmith on him.
It's been Shepard, McConnell, Matherin, Nimhard, Hallie at times, Siakam, and Nesmith. Think about that.
Trying to find somebody. The guy's got 32 points, so trying to find somebody who can stop him. And down the stretch, everything is going to be a Brunson Towns pick and roll. Everything at the other end is going to be a Halliburton pick and roll.
Timeout taken, 14-point New York lead, 3:44 in the fourth on TNT.
AE drink spray? AE drink spray.
You want a hope like Anthony Edwards? Practice. You want a refreshing drink? Obey your thirst. And I tried to tell him, man.
Oh, I know. Sprite, obey your thirst.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, now serves up the all-new Big QP for just $10.99. And that's 85% more beef than some quarter-pound burger. Yeah. Hey, fast food, this is how you value meals. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
When I switch to T-Mobile, you'll give me an iPhone 16 Pro, help pay off my old phone, and I still get to keep it?
That's right. No trade-in.
No!
Yes.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile, get a new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your old phone up to $800.
New York Knicks have led by as many as 17 tonight. Right now a 14-point lead. And game one with 3:44 to go in it has a lot in favor of New York. So let's again step back. And what have you seen, and what has surprised you, or what has checked the box for you?
I'll start in the first quarter. A lot of times, sometimes you can lose the game in the first quarter. When Indiana got out the gates quick offensively, they were 8 of 8, shooting the ball lights out. But they weren't stopping anyone because they were just allowing the Knicks to go toe-to-toe. If they would have put some defense down and established some roots defensively, all they've done tonight is just trade buckets with New York.
A lot of time left. Halliburton gets to Neesmith. New York has had 32 free throw attempts tonight. They averaged 20. Siakam inside. Pass off Shepard. Picked up by Toppin. Steps back. 3, no. Rebound tip in try Siakam. It's out of bounds. It's Indiana's ball.
Well, for New York right now, it's all about defend, rebound, and take care of the ball.
Defend the
close
three.
This out. Yes, absolutely, Reg. And don't foul. Don't send them to the line and stop the clock. Because Indiana's going to have to create some turnovers to have a chance to get back in this game.
And also, if you would have told me with Brunson, another 3 by Neesmith, that's the great equalizer in our game. If you'd have told me when Brunson picked up his 5th foul, that New York would have went on a 10-0 run led by OG Anunoby. Huge turning point in this game.
And everything down the stretch with the Knicks is a pick and roll with Brunson and Towns or whoever the center is guarding on the other team.
Free Brunson. New York is 11 of 29 shooting threes, about 38%. Halliburton, his free is good.
But again, trading baskets.
Absolutely. We know Indiana can score.
10 threes for the Pacers, 11 threes for the Knicks.
Every possession will be a Brunson Towns pick and roll. I almost think at this point they're going to have to start blitzing some pick and rolls and try to create some turnovers, Reggie. There's just not enough time.
Halliburton with 27 the other way with a screen from Shepard. He'll roll and he'll find the defensive heart. Neesmith 3, good! Got it! That makes it an 8-point game with 2 minutes to go.
Huge possession here. And we've seen some magic from these Pacers in these playoffs.
Brunson tries to work his way in. Boring his way
You gotta send help.
into that defense. It's Toppin. And Shepard back on Brunson on top. Towns 3. Rebound Indiana and picked up. Siakam the board. Halliburton the drive. And Bridges will meet him. The crossover. Good defense by Bridges. Screen switch. Shot clock at 9. Halliburton. Siakam. Hart there picks up the foul for New York with 6 seconds on the shot clock in an 8-point game.
Neesmith knocking down his 5th 3 of the evening.
They've hit 3 straight threes going into this possession, and now free throws.
He had a career year shooting, Neesmith did. In the regular season from 3, 43%, 14 of 27 against the Bucks, and 45% against Cleveland. So he has really been shooting the long ball well. Here is Siakam at the line.
He can knock this down. Makes it a 2-possession game.
It's right there. It is right there.
Well, both of these teams have been resilient throughout the playoffs. We've seen great comebacks.
But you know for New York, where the ball is going to be. And we talked about Brunson being able to be the master guy of controlling pace.
Shot clock at 7. Brunson with it. He'll make a move. Fly inside. A big basket for Brunson.
Great job changing hands. I'm really surprised that they've left Shepard on him one-on-one.
And I'm surprised they don't have Miles Turner, the rim protector, on the floor as well.
Neesmith 3. Good. Another one from outside. And now it is a 6-point game again. Under a minute to go. Hart is right there. Pressure by the Pacers. Towns, Bridges, Towns to the hole. Neesmith again. 3. Got it! He's a flamethrower. 5-point game timeout taken. 34 seconds to go. Wow. 5 consecutive threes for Neesmith has resuscitated the Indiana Pacers in Game 1 of the Conference Finals in the East on TNT.
With FanDuel Sportsbook, you get more ways to live bet the NBA playoffs.
It's a wonderful time of the year.
From quick buckets to buzzer beaters, make smarter plays with player performance pages.
Hey, Jen, another deep ball from downtown.
Or run the floor in real time with the live same-game parlay. Make every moment more with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the NBA.
La playa is Spanish for the beach. If you can't remember that, the word Corona also works. Corona, La playa awaits.
SandCloud chose the Capital One Spark Cash Plus card. It's a serious business card with unlimited 2% cash back on everything they buy. So they reinvested their cash back to help build their retail store. What's in your wallet?
Aaron Neesmith single-handedly keeping the Pacers' hopes alive here, has been absolutely on fire here down the stretch here of this fourth quarter, Coach.
Absolutely, but I will say this, and you know Tom Thibodeau will be showing this on film. 3 of those threes were on very soft switches by the Knicks. Had got to get up and take away the 3.
Bridges to inbound, cutting Brunson. Inside, Anunoby bobbled the ball.
Oh, they'll challenge this. They will absolutely, they have to challenge it. It was a loose ball. That's exactly what Coach Carlisle was saying. Now the question is going to be who had possession afterwards. Was it the Pacers? Yeah, they certainly would have had possession.
A defensive foul on Pacers are challenging this call on Siakam.
This summer, NASCAR's on TNT with 5 races and 1 epic challenge.
TNT and NASCAR go hand in hand. It's kind of like seeing an old friend.
Have fun, do our jobs, we'll come out on top.
TNT will feature 5 distinctive tracks: Atlanta at night, the Chicago Street Race, Sonoma, the Monster Mile at Dover, and the Brickyard at Indy.
TNT's going all in. We can't wait to get this going.
NASCAR on TNT begins June 28th.
Our Hall of Fame crew, our Emmy Award-winning crew is upstairs and ready for the post-game show. Coming up next, inside the NBA, presented by Kia, high atop Madison Square Garden. Shaq is giving massages, warming up. Ernie, who's loving every rub, every rotate. Look at him.
Coach, what do you think?
Anyway, we have a challenge here for Indiana.
Well,
this is a huge call here.
Siakam hit his arm afterwards, but the ball was already loose. This is legal contact. Now the ball is loose. Now he hits his arm. It's going to be hard for them to, I think, overrule this call because there is contact, but it's unfortunate.
Yes, there's the loose ball right there. And then 50-50 ball.
If they do overrule, if the Pacers win the challenge, should be their ball on imminent possession.
This could go either way, guys. It is that close. You could make a case for both sides here.
We have a 5-point game with 29.9 in regulation. After being down by 17, Indiana has battled back with the 3-ball to get back in this one, and now they've challenged a call on Siakam.
But the scrambling defense that we've seen over the last 3 minutes from the Pacers, where was that the other 45. That's what they needed and how they needed to play. They are taking a long look at that.
Well, because it's a difficult call, as you said, Reggie, and so they're trying to get every angle. They've had all three officials look at it.
Zach Zarba is our crew chief. This is his 165th playoff game, 22nd season.
And this is why you save that challenge, just for things like this.
It would seem to me, Reggie, if it's taken them this long, it's hard to have clear and conclusive evidence to overrule the call. Clear and conclusive shouldn't take 5 minutes.
But this, as you said,
now the fans are getting restless.
It's a big call.
It is a big call, and they want to get it right, but...
Well, to me, I thought it's a 50-50 ball.
After review, it's been deemed that Siakam makes legal contact with the basketball, dislodging it. Any contact afterward is deemed incidental. It's a successful challenge. Due to the imminent possession going to Indiana, it's Indiana basketball, sideline out of bounds.
And they're down by 5 with a half minute to go. They get the timeout back. They retain a challenge.
Well, now Rick Carlisle's decision was he gets his timeout back, but he can't advance the ball unless he uses that timeout. So right now they're going to bring the ball up full court, which is a good decision because you're going to need more than one possession.
And I would do a stagger high screen and roll for Halliburton because he does have that deep range.
Deep range, and if you come up, the quickness to get downhill in a hurry.
See, they're trying to see, was Robinson on the floor at the time? Looked like Coach Thibodeau trying to pull a fast one. Was Robinson on the floor during that last possession?
Well, I know who was on the floor. Jalen Brunson was on the floor.
Absolutely.
McBride is in now. McBride is coming in for Brunson.
And Karl Anthony Towns was on the floor and not Mitchell Robinson.
Here we go. Towns is out there.
I mean, I know who was on
the floor. He's not.
But you can sub after the challenge, so it's a dead ball on the side. I don't know what the controversy there was.
Neesmith, it's a 3. It's a 2-point game.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
a 2-point game with 22 seconds to go.
Try to go for the steal. Timeout here by the Knicks.
On a 16-4 run by Indiana. It was a 14-point lead with 2.5 to go.
Wow.
Oh, there's the slip by Hart. He thought he was initially just going to pull up. Neesmith again.
They've hit 6 straight threes, 5 of them by Neesmith on this run.
How about the Pacers finding the hot hand, recognizing Neesmith?
A top 10 three-point shooter in the regular season. Neesmith has 12 of the last 13 Indiana Pacer points.
Wow. That's 4 threes, and then the other point was the 1 free throw by Siakam. Now, 22 seconds to go, and you know this, Reggie, one of the hardest things for NBA teams, for whatever reason, is to be able to inbound the ball versus pressure. New York's used their last time out. They've got to get this in safely, probably have to face at least one hard trap before they draw the foul.
And you assume they're going to advance the basketball, which they are. And if you're Indiana, you go for a quick trap, a quick steal.
I would not immediately go in. Well, it depends on where they get the ball in, but if you get it on the sideline.
Boy, if you get him in coffin corner like where Karl Anthony Towns is, that would be ideal. But not to foul.
New York is out of timeouts. Indiana has 1. Brunson to inbound.
Look at
Neesmith
this.
on the ball.
Oh, he slipped.
Oh, he did. And it's picked up by Hart. Now Brunson splits the D. Drives, flies, feeds. Clock is ticking. There's a top-in foul on Towns.
Wow. New turnover on the inbounds.
It looked like Josh Hart was going down.
Josh Hart might want to check his shoes. He slipped on defense.
Oh, man, great recovery there by Hart.
And then he slipped on offense.
Oh, my goodness. Look how close that is.
Towns at the line. He's 8 for 9 going into these two here.
Playoffs, he's 92% from the free throw line.
Going to get McBride back in the game for Brunson.
Bryant is going to check in for Indiana and replace Toppin. Here comes Miles Turner in the game.
Well, when you see the two bigs come in, you know you're taking a timeout, made or missed here.
Nimhard will leave. A lot of size in there for Indiana. 14.3 in regulation. Knicks by 3. No timeouts. Indiana 1. Towns again. He's got 33. And a timeout taken. 13.9. Towns with a 13-point fourth quarter. And Indiana will have it. Their sharpshooting from distance has been phenomenal, getting them back in the game, and they're down by 3.
Well, would you assume that they're going to Neesmith here?
Well, listen, if I'm New York, there's no way I'm letting Neesmith get out a shot. You've got to switch every screen on the out of bounds, especially for him. And I would think the way they've shot the 3-ball down the stretch, you'll see New York foul, even though it's very, very early, especially with Indiana having no timeouts left. I don't think they're going to give them a chance to tie. But you've got to really have coached this on how to foul. Because if you're Indiana and you come off, it's a catch-and-shoot situation, and you foul, it's 3 free throws. But if that ball goes down on the floor on a dribble, to me,
you got to wrap them up. And also, too, if as a defender, if you see the offensive players back, then you can wrap them up as well. Absolutely. If you see any part of that shoulder or chest, you got to let them go.
And they're going to start. They've done this a lot. Indiana's going to start guys in the backcourt.
They made that 3 versus Milwaukee during the regular season in a very similar play like this. That spread offense here when Halliburton knocked down that 3 right in front of his own, or excuse me, in front of that Milwaukee bench.
Well, the other thing with this much time, if they get up a shot, you're worried about offensive rebound and kick out 3.
Nimhard, Neesmith.
They're going to call it on the floor.
Right, and you guys talked about that. Anunoby was over there, and he'll pick it up for the New York Knicks in 12.4. He's got 5.
Great foul. Great foul there by OG.
And then the right call by Ben Taylor. Certainly not in the act of shooting.
So do you make both and then play the foul game, or do you make the first and try to miss the second?
Well, this was about how much time was left when Halliburton missed and got the ball back and won the game in Cleveland. But no, I'm having him make this. There's plenty of time. There's the foul.
Look at his foot. Look at his right foot.
But the foul happened first.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to try to make this, I would assume.
Neesmith is now 3 of 3 from the line. He has scored 19 points in this fourth quarter for Indiana.
Remember, New York does not have any timeouts. And I assume that Robinson's going to take the ball out of bounds because he's the worst free throw shooter. They can't sub anyone in.
Or he's just going to run down the floor because you can't grab him.
1-point game, Hart to inbound. Brunson's got it. Oh, throws it away, but picked up right there. Anunoby, and quickly fouled by Siakam.
Wow.
What a missed opportunity there by Indiana.
Wow, New York very close to a couple of turnovers here at the end of the game. Brunson just gets up off of his feet and throws the ball. Tries to throw it off Neesmith, I think. Anunoby, nice recovery. Now, no timeouts left. So they're pushing the ball up the floor.
And plenty of time, too.
2 great guards right there. Here at the line, the Knicks, 7.3 in regulation, 1-point game. Indiana storming back after being down by 17.
And Anunoby, if he doesn't make both, if he makes both, New York will foul as the ball tries to come up the floor. But of course, if he misses one of them, there's nothing you can't foul. They're going to just play it out.
With 2:35 left in the fourth, it was a 14-point lead for the Knicks, 119. And a missed free throw right there. Anunoby.
We've seen Halliburton be special in these moments. We talked about that, right? Brunson, Halliburton, one possession game. We want to see magic. What better place here than in Broadway?
Two-point game. Indiana with it. Halliburton. He'll take it. He'll backpedal a three for the win. And he got it!
They got to make sure he got all the way behind the line.
That's right.
He certainly got it off in plenty of time.
Oh, I think that's a two.
That is a two. You're right.
I think that's going to be a two.
That only ties the game. That ties the game.
We're going to be going to overtime.
We sure are.
And he tried to give your choke sign to the Knicks. And the game's not over.
Wow. That toe on the line. Yep. And we're tied at 125 going to overtime.
This place is absolutely stunned.
They're reviewing it right now.
How about the high bounce, Coach?
It's unbelievable.
After review, the ruling on the floor is confirmed. It's a good two-point basket. Two-point.
125 apiece. What a shot, Halliburton. 29 points in overtime of Game 1 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Who is that?
He's with me.
Some people look at Sonny Hayes, they see
he has been
overrated.
And never was.
It's really wonderful that Apex are giving second chances to the elderly.
You're just worried I'm quicker than you. Hi, I'm Sonny.
You say he was old. He not that old.
But I see the absolute best in the world.
F1 the movie. Rated PG-13 in theaters and IMAX June 27th.
This is the Western Conference Finals.
Look out!
Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, and the Timberwolves are returning to the conference finals, ready to take the next step.
Anthony Edwards scrapes the sky!
But all season long, Shea, Chet, and the Thunder have proved they're the big dogs. The strength of a pack, the roar of thunder. You don't want to miss this.
Oh my goodness!
Timberwolves Thunder, tomorrow on ESPN.
Don't worry, we'll be back. I can't believe they're leaving. Like, who would ever want to leave this paradise?
A paradise you'll want to lose yourself in. Book your escape to Celebration Key, Carnival's exclusive paradise.
This is the best, right? Wrong. Clorox measured people's brain waves while they tried stuff. Massages, dogs, cleaning, nails, a treat. And the results? Whoa. Whoa is right.
Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price.
You want the lowest price. Did you say lowest or lowest price? It's basically the same thing.
If you find a lower price on the same item, we'll match it. Get the lowest price with our lowest price guarantee. Lowe's, we help, you save.
Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best closers. People talking about him being overrated. Overrate that. The kind bounce. The choke sign. We're getting it all here in game 1, Coach.
Absolutely. The only thing I would say is when you did the choke sign, your team had won. His hadn't.
He was ticked off. He thought he had gotten the 3 away and in. Here we go in overtime. Indiana overtime record 6-1. New York 7-2.
Well, New York now has 2 guys on the floor. Brunson and Anunoby both with 5, so let's keep an eye on that.
Something's wrong with...
Yeah, he took a shot to the mouth. Bridges almost lost it. Vacuumed in by Hart. Can't get it. Picked up by Siakam. And Halliburton the other way. It's off to Turner. The fake. He'll step back and a 19-footer won't go. Towns the rebound. What a comeback by Indiana.
20 points in 2.5 minutes.
It's Brunson. Turner's on him. Neesmith and Turner on Towns. Shot clock at 1. 3, no. Out of bounds.
There's that first possession. Brunson getting hit in the throat right here. This is why he gave up the ball quickly. Wow. Couldn't catch his breath.
Knicks will inbound. Towns and Turner. Good looking shot. Karl Anthony Towns.
Wow, just step back on 1 foot.
He's got 35. Halliburton again. There's the Turner screen. Driving on Towns. Takes it in hard. It's picked up by Hart.
But he got fouled on that.
And Towns is limping.
Yes, he is. Staggering back.
He'll be okay as soon as the ball hits his hands, guys.
Look at him. They got him in a torture chamber right there. Brunson, Towns, hard underneath Anunoby. Got it to go. 4-point New York lead.
That was a great play by Towns to keep it from going backcourt and get the ball to Hart.
Touch pass, beautiful. Nimhard, he'll take it in deep. Turner turns it over. Bridges with the ball. Brunson at the other end. Wow, what a nice knockaway inside. Great defense on the play by Turner. Nimhard, 3-corner, good.
Huge 3. They're going to take a look to make sure it was a 3. Oh, that's close. To see if it was goaltending on Turner. Did the ball hit the backboard or not?
Well, they can't do anything about it, though, because they didn't make a call, so they can't review it.
Did he take it too?
I think it should have been a goaltend. I think it hit the board first.
That is a 3.
The 3-point shooting down the stretch for the Pacers is
just phenomenal.
Unbelievable. Wow.
All by Neesmith.
Well, except that one.
Nimhard, yeah, got that one.
Oh.
Hanging around like a pinball. Ball is loose on the floor. Jump ball.
Now remember, if New York wins this jump ball, they only have 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yep. The defense of Indiana.
Now you're taking the shot blocker off the floor of Turner. He's the one who had that huge block moments ago on Brunson.
Hart against Siakam. It's Nimhard. Brunson right there playing with 5 fouls.
And that's why he just has to get out the way. Smart move there by Nimhard. He understands that Brunson's not going to take a chance of trying to swipe the ball.
Pacers have their first lead since the second quarter. Now they got a steal. The trailing Pacer got it. Neesmith could not convert. After Toppin had gotten the ball, and Brunson the other way, and Neesmith is on him. Brunson trying to dance and shed the defense. Tethered on him is the defender right there. Aaron Neesmith with a whistle and foul as he was driving.
A lot of contact there by Neesmith. The officials letting him play. And there's the last one. That's a good call there.
Neesmith has 5.
Neesmith with 5. Brunson with 5. OG with 5.
Brunson at the line. 8 of 10, 37 points.
Nembhard with 5.
Free throws tonight. The Knicks, 25 of 37. Indiana, 21 of 28. 15 threes, Pacers, 11 threes, New York. And Brunson again.
Pacers have made their last 7 threes.
They're trying to target Brunson.
They go with Towns here in a 15-footer. Siakam flying in, trying to get it. It is off of New York.
They're trying to get Brunson anytime on a pick and roll. He's switching out on every player. Right now, he was guarding Toppin. Now he's back on Nembhard.
New York fans wanted that ball off of Siakam, but I think the call was correct.
It's Halliburton. And Bridges goes out on him. Toppin setting a screen, flying inside to the hole. It's Halliburton.
We are seeing some absolutely special plays here at the rim.
And he's got 31. And Indiana leads by 1. And Brunson picked up by Neesmith with a whistle and an Indiana foul.
So now just
Halliburton.
like Indiana was attacking Brunson, they go back the other way. Great finish here by Halliburton. And then they go right back and target Halliburton at the other end.
Halliburton picks up his 3rd. And Brunson again will be at the free throw line for New York with a 10 of 12 night.
And this is what makes Brunson so great, because he is such a great free throw shooter down the stretch.
This seems like one of those games, guys, where it's whoever has the ball last is going to win it.
Towns is out. Mitchell Robinson is checked in for New York, and 40 points for Brunson. It's a 1-point New York lead. Approaching a minute to play in overtime.
Here's a switch with Brunson on Nembhard.
Nice ball rotation. Halliburton fakes. This is a 3. Oh, and slammed in by Toppin. 1-point Indiana lead.
Well, Indiana finally missed a 3, and that didn't do New York any good.
Here's Brunson. He's 1 of 5 from 3 tonight, but hitting on every other metric. Makes a move, makes a fake, splits the D, and cuts it to go.
He is so good. See how low he put the ball once he split the defense.
There's a reason he was the clutch player of the year.
Knicks by 1. Halliburton with the ball. There's the screen. Now the switch. Inside. That's for 2. And Indiana recaptures the lead. Put up and in that time by Nembhard. 26.7 in overtime. Back and forth we go in game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
New York. Powerful, majestic, recreational. At Progressive, we treat your outdoor vehicles like the noble creatures they are. And when you bundle them with your home and auto, you can be sure they get the 24/7 protection they deserve.
There you go.
So so they're always ready for your next adventure. Because that's just how we do it around here, around these parts, around them parts. It's just how we do it here.
Well, the last 3 baskets here of the game, Halliburton, a wide open 3. Toppin runs in untouched for the dunk. Brunson able to split 2 defenders, as Reggie said, brings the ball beneath them and gets it up over the top. And then Nembhard on the cut. Great pass from Halliburton. Neither team can get a stop right now, Reggie.
Halliburton got the assist. He has a double-double.
You know what I would like to see right here, defensively for the Pacers? Go with the bigger Pascal Siakam on Brunson. Right now you've been going with Nembhard and Nesmith. I think he needs to see a bigger body on him. They're going to start Nembhard on him.
They went just the opposite. They went smaller. They went from Nesmith.
I would go with a bigger body on him.
And I'm really surprised they do not have Miles Turner in the game. I know what they're thinking is being able to switch things, but I like that rim protection of Miles Turner.
Anunoby. Brunson knocked out of bounds and knocked out there by Nembhard. We've had 14 lead changes and 7 have come in overtime. And timeout Indiana for a challenge. 18.9 in overtime. A challenge by the Pacers.
Oh, that may have touched Brunson. That's why Brunson was trying to get the ball in quickly.
Wow.
That's close.
The ruling on the floor is New York basketball. Indiana's challenging the ruling.
Oh, that's off Brunson.
That's off
his right finger.
That's off Brunson. Yep. That's off Brunson.
That is off Brunson.
Thank God they didn't have this back when we were playing, Coach. Oh, my God. Thank God they didn't have this.
This is going to be Indiana ball with the lead in 18.9.
How about that?
Now, again, you got to be able to inbound the ball with the lead, and teams have a lot of trouble doing this. Nembhard's come back in and done a great job. And Nembhard's come back in. He got those 5 quick points for Indiana, and then this defensive play. After Nesmith had the 20-point fourth quarter.
And Brunson knew. He knew to try to get the ball in quickly. Smart on his part. And Nembhard is running towards the bench, telling them to challenge. This is why you say your challenges, guys.
That's exactly
After review, the ball was deemed to last touch Brunson's fingertips. Therefore, this is a successful challenge. Indiana basketball with 20 on the game clock.
Each team with a timeout. New York with a foul to give. 20 seconds in overtime.
Now, back to your point, Coach. Inbounding the ball under duress is always the hardest thing, correct?
Well, they're probably going to have to do it twice because New York's got a foul to give. If you get it inbounds, first of all, New York can be very aggressive going for a steal once the ball comes in because at the worst they call a foul and they take it out again. Surprised, though, New York's not going to put anybody on the ball. They made that inbounds very easy.
Here comes Toppin. Got it! Timeout, New York, 15.3. Pacers by 3 in overtime.
Well, that didn't make any sense to me. First of all, the inbounds was too easy. And second of all, no defense right there at all on the pick and roll. And if your Bridge is coming over there, right there.
Like, where was the defense, Coach?
No, there's none.
Lack of defense.
Mitchell Robinson's in there for defense and didn't do anything. And then Bridge
and got fouled, too, by the way.
They did get fouled.
And got fouled.
They didn't call it. That should have been an and one, and Toppin have a chance to make it a 4-point game, but they didn't make the call.
Now, remember, he missed that wide-open dunk in the first half. Look, this is a one-possession game still here. Obviously, I know this crowd is stunned here, but you've got the best clutch player in Jalen Brunson here. This game is far from over.
Well, you're going to put 5 guys on the floor who all have a chance to make a 3. I think Indiana will foul. Though Rick Carlisle has not always been a guy who will foul in these situations, and it is early. If New York hits one quickly, you're going to get the last shot.
This is the all-defensive team on the floor here for the Pacers. Ben Shepherd back on the floor. How about the minutes that he played in the second half on that comeback?
Bridges will inbound. 15.3 in overtime. And here's Brunson, picked up by Nembhard, down by 3. Here is a 3 for the tie, short. Caught by Hart, out to Towns, to tie, no! Rebound, fought for, loose, Bridges has got it. Clock is ticking, out of bounds. It's Indiana's ball with .2 to go. Indiana will take the final timeout here in overtime with .2, leading by 3. Indiana trailed by 14 points with 2:35 left in the fourth quarter. Came back on the long-range shooting of Nesmith and Halliburton. Watching it again here at the very end. Off the elbow and hand of Bridges.
Have we seen some unbelievable comebacks in these playoffs? Obviously from the Knicks, the Pacers. This has been outstanding.
I've seen one better than this. To score 20 points in 2:35. It's one thing to come back from 14 down, but the Knicks scored 6 points. It's not like they went scoreless down the stretch. They got outscored 20-6 in 2.5 minutes.
Well, the Pacers this season, including playoffs, when they score 120-plus points, they're 30-2 and about to make it 31-2. This offense, high octane.
Well, this game's over. You can literally take the ball out of rounds right now if you're Indiana and hand it to the guy. You can hand it to Karl Anthony Towns. He can't shoot it with .2.
.3.
I would just hand Karl Anthony Towns the ball right here. No, I would.
Because you are just throwing salt in the wound here, Coach.
I'd just give him the ball. That's
exactly what he did. And Towns fired it. And the game is over, and Indiana has won, coming back and captured game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals on the road in the Garden. And you can see first win in an East Finals since 2004. Winning by 3 in overtime, 138-135. In a game where Halliburton tied it at 125. 31 points for Halliburton with 11 assists, 30 points for Nesmith on 8 three-point shots made. Nembhard had 15, Siakam had 17. Let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Tyrese, those last 6 minutes get your heart pumping a little bit?
Basketball's fun. Winning is fun, and I'm so proud of the resilience of this group. We've shown it all year. We've had to win in so many different random, unique ways, and today we just kept going, kept fighting, and man, that's fun.
I know it's not your goal, but you keep entertaining us. We got to go back to end of regulation. Was there any thought in your mind of taking a 2? And was there hesitation, or were you always going to come back out?
I was going for the 2, and then Mikal hit the ball. And I didn't know how much time was left, so I just tried to gather myself and knock the shot down. I thought it was a 3. I tried to hit the celly, and it didn't work, but we finished it in overtime, so, man, I'm so excited.
And you had to do the choke sign, too, right?
Yeah. Everybody's been wanting me to do it. I was going to hold it for the right time. That felt appropriate, and then
it went to overtime. So we're going to have to save it for later.
With all the incredible advice that Reggie Miller has given you in your personal relationship with him, was go for the kill, always go for the 3 and the win one of them?
Nah. Just go win the game.
Well, Neesmith was incredible too. I mean, it took a full effort from everybody, but just to see the different levels, especially in a game where it felt like New York had control of this whole game. What was it like to see in the toughest moments everybody rise?
Yeah, we played a lot of games where it felt like the other team had control. It ain't over till it's over, till it hits 0. That's a hell of a win. But I really do think there's a lot for us to improve on. I don't know what the final rebound number was. Felt like they dominated us there. That's an area where we wanted to be great. We weren't good today, but we just figured out a way to win, man. I'm just so proud of this group.
Thanks, Tyrese. We'll see you on Friday.
Appreciate it.
All right, the Indiana Pacers have won in overtime in Game 1 and lead this series 1-0. Game 2, Friday, 7 o'clock. Right here on TNT. Coming up next, inside the NBA, presented by Kia. What a game. The Indiana Pacers on the road win Game 1. You've been watching the 2025 Eastern Conference Finals. We'll take a break and take you to our studio here on TNT.
AE drink Sprite? AE drink Sprite?
You want to hoop like Anthony Edwards? Practice. You want a refreshing drink? Obey your thirst. And I tried to tell him, man.
Oh, I know. Sprite, obey your thirst.
At AT&T, we confidently guarantee our network.
Oh, no.
What we can't guarantee, you and your teammates being too connected.
What up, Chad?
Double oh no.
I texted you guys I was going to wear.
I wore that last
week. I got dressed first this morning. I thought you said you were going to
A
wear it.
connection means something. That's why with AT&T, we'll proactively make it right with a credit for a full day of service if there is a network interruption. That's the AT&T guarantee.
Get 0% APR for 60 months on 2024 GMC EV models. That's up to $17,200 in average finance savings.
When you're with Amex Platinum, you can go the distance for what you love. And with travel perks like guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout with fine hotels and resorts, you have more time to celebrate. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
This actually happened tonight here at Madison Square Garden. Look at this by Tyrese Halliburton. He thought it was a 3. Happened to be a 2. He had a toe on the line a la Kevin Durant. So we're going to go to overtime.
We'll take the 2.
And in overtime.
This dude got hit in the head and still dunked it.
The guy the Knicks drafted. He spent the first 3 years of his career here. Obi Toppin. The horn took us to OT.
Wow.
And the Indiana Pacers complete an improbable comeback here in Game 1, 138 to 135. We welcome you back as we come to you from the rafters at Madison Square Garden. The last time I was up this high, I heard the captain say, we might encounter some turbulence. I mean, it's... we are up here.
Ernie, you always say, we get to.
Yeah, and we do.
We get to do this for a living, and I just saw something I've never seen before. We're the luckiest dudes in the world. We get to do this for a living. That was incredible.
Oh, and the storyline changed so dramatically because as I was thinking, okay, we're going to start the post-game show. We're going to be saying, okay, how about that time when Brunson had to go to the bench with 5 fouls, and what the Knicks do? They went on a 17-6 run without Jalen Brunson, and they cruised home by double digits, and that ain't what happened.
This game was kind of weird. Like, Indiana got